I don't know any goons. I don't know anybody who knows any goons.
Well, I hope that you know somebody who knows these goons.
Seeing as how I would not like to be deprived of the use of my life, I now must plead ignorance to all such matters.
Lacey, you watch. Cagney, you play. Cagney, wouldn't hurt if you won.
Can you explain to me about the 0 and the 00?
Oh, no kidding. I win again, huh? Oh, this must be my lucky night.
She's new in town, right? From East Podunk. An artist, yeah?
Yeah.
So she's coming home to a rundown tenement in Tribeca, naturally.
Naturally? What do you mean by naturally? And it's not a tenement. It's a loft.
Yeah, it's a loft.
Victor, I said naturally because Tribeca is the location for the Strangler case we're working on.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, go on.
Thank you. So anyway, he follows her home, forces his way inside, and tries to strangle her.
It doesn't, see? She's too tough.
Victor, why don't you tell the story?
No, it's okay.
Will somebody please tell the story here? The suspense is killing me.
All right. He tries to strangle her, but she fights him off. She throws turpentine in his face.
Oh, the old turp on the perp routine. I know it well.
Isn't funny, Coleman.
At any rate, we've now got a witness on the strangler.
You see, Jennifer's the one who fought the guy off.
Jennifer, what happened to Bonbon?
I gotta go.
What about the paperwork?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Hey, what's with the toolbox?
He's installing a deadbolt lock in Jennifer's loft.
Victor?
What do you think, the third guy we saw? The fat one with 3 days growth?
Yeah, maybe a statement will fly, huh?
Yeah, if we get a morning court date and manage to keep him out of the bars. Mary Beth, listen, can you kind of step on it here?
Oh, what's the matter?
Well, I've got ballet tickets, 5th row center.
Well, I'm trying as fast as I can.
Why don't we do lights and sirens?
You're not serious, are you?
Well, then step on the horn here and cut off a couple of cabs. I gotta tell you, Mary Beth, you're the world's slowest driver.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
Well, it's 4:30. I gotta put this thing together by 7 o'clock.
Well, your face? 5 minutes, of course.
Oh, please, you don't know.
Uh-oh.
So much for Swan Lake. Do you know what could have set her off?
She asked me to copy some papers for her, so I did, and when I got back there, she was.
She been having personal problems, illness, death in the family?
No, nothing like that.
What about financial difficulties?
You kidding? She's a vice president.
What else?
Look, we've got to talk to her, so the more we know, the better. How old is she? Does she have a husband?
42. Her husband's a stockbroker. Handsome,
People?
nice.
Police?
Name's Arthur. They seem real happy.
Kids?
2. I just don't understand it. Why would a woman who has everything want to jump off a building?
You want to back up everybody, please?
Give us
Just
a break,
back
will you?
away.
Give us some room.
You want to take a shot at it? I'll call emergency service.
No lights, no sirens.
I know. Mary Beth.
Mary? Mary? Mary Cole, I'm Mary Lacey. I'm police detective. Could I sit here? I always hated that two Marys. When I was in 5th grade, my teacher, Miss Andrews, she used to call Mary Calzone Mary #1. Guess who was Mary #2? Anyway, so, I'm a cop now, and there's not a lot of us call Mary in the police department, I'll tell you that. Do you ever get that problem? You know, when you're feeling kind of lost in the sauce, maybe? Back and forth. Back and forth. So I say, can I sit down? And I look down, 20 stories, Harv. Me and my mouse, the only thing between her and the street. So I start to tell her about Miss Andrews. She called Mary Calzone Mary #1, and I was Mary #2.
Hey, Mary Beth, what happened?
What happened? I don't know. One minute she's standing there, and the next minute I put out my hand, and she grabs on, and then we're in the room. And, oh, she's crying, Harv, and I'm telling her everything's gonna be okay. And it's better already, right? Oh, I'll tell you, Harv. And then I look back out the window. We were so high, Harv. We were so close. I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh. Sink needs a new washer.
That's all you gotta say?
Christine called me. She told me the whole story.
Very funny, Harv.
She sent over champagne. It's in the fridge. You are terrific. You are fantastic. And what you did was great.
Isn't
Oh,
sweet?
yes, yes. Let's drink some champagne. Come on. Who you calling?
Information for the hospital. She's there for observation.
Oh, you're a social worker now, huh?
Honey.
Hey, what you did was really wonderful. I mean it. But you're not on city time anymore. You're on my time. We're going out to dinner, and we're going to celebrate just like you said.
You never heard that old Chinese proverb? If you save somebody's life, you're responsible for them forever.
I got a hot flash for you. You're not Chinese. And we're going to Luigi's.
For pizza? I said fancy.
We'll get anchovies.
I'm sorry, I'm late. Christine, the champagne was perfect. We had the best time. I have the worst heartburn. So what's the daily activity report hold for us? Not much. How many drugs they round up last night? Nothing. Let me see. Let me see it. Escapee from Bellevue, female Caucasian, age 42, committed for attempted suicide. Mary Cole.
Sorry. Mary Beth, you can't take this personally. Maybe the woman has problems nobody can solve.
I hate it. She doesn't compute, Christine. Who tries to commit suicide when they just had their hair done?
I don't rich people. Anyway, we gotta be in court in 20 minutes.
We'll make it.
Only if I drive.
I think we should follow up on her.
Mary Beth, what can we do? There's no crime involved here. Just leave her alone.
Oh, human robot cops. Case is closed. Turn off the juice.
What do you want?
I want to know what's wrong with her.
Well, could we do it after court? It's now 18 minutes.
I bet you $2 they continue it again.
You're on. Thank you very much. I hate it when you're right. Why didn't you turn up 8?
Well, it's a nice day. I thought maybe we'd take a little drive.
Where?
No place special. We happen to be in the neighborhood by Mary Cole's apartment.
What you happen to have memorized off this morning's activity report?
I happen to have a very good memory.
Well, could you at least drive a little faster?
I am terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I'm unable to be of any help. The lady of the house left before I came to work here.
Left, miss.
Yes. She and her husband are, how do you say, separated.
Where did she go?
I do not know. Monsieur Cole does not confide in me.
Well, may we speak with Mr. Cole?
He's out for the day. Perhaps you would leave your card.
Mrs. Cole, she calls or something, right? I mean, she must see the kids.
No, as far as I know, she does not speak with the children.
What about mail? Where do you send the mail?
It is not memorized, madame.
Could you try to be a little helpful here?
S'il vous plaît, mademoiselle.
Ah, vous parlez français.
Un petit peu.
Bon, j'ai reçu une lettre aujourd'hui.
Big shot.
C'est pour madame. J'allais la faire suivre à cette adresse.
Ah, merci mille fois.
Oh, no, that can't be right. Uh-uh.
Vice president of a company doing a dump like this.
This is a very confusing woman. Mrs. Cole? Mary? It's Mary Lacey. Christine? Look here. She must have a habit.
Maybe blackmail.
No, don't makes more sense because the husband can't handle it, he throws her out.
Okay, so who trashed her place?
Say she's selling as well. And all the profits go in her arm or up her nose, her supplier gets mad.
So she disappears to hide out from them.
Or to kill herself.
Well, see, if it's blackmail, she could be hiding out to protect the children.
So she tried to commit suicide because she couldn't face the truth anymore. But what would a blackmailer have on her?
She is an accountant. Accountants embezzle.
Not bad.
I liked it.
You know, you're making me dizzy, you know, both of you. Why are you complicating things? Look, the woman moves from a mansion down to a rat hole on the Lower East Side, and then the place gets thoroughly ransacked, right?
Yes, sir.
So who had the address of this dump?
Nobody at her place of work knew.
Yeah, but her husband knows, right? You're looking at a possible domestic violence. My money, you go talk to the husband.
Yes, sir.
It's all set up. They're bringing them into the lineup room now.
I'm ready.
You sure?
This is big time for a girl from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay, let's get it over with then.
I'll be all right. Honest.
Hormones.
Ah, looks like love to me.
Comes to us, Becky, you bet on the hormones.
She's an addict, all right. My wife is a compulsive gambler. We owe the bank $40,000. And she's in debt to bookies and loan sharks for God knows how much. The last time I heard, it was $47,000. I wish I knew how to handle it. I've been to gambling therapy groups, but Mary wouldn't go. She would never admit she had a problem. Not even when the bank threatened to foreclose on our house. I took away her credit cards. I transferred assets into my name. I tried everything.
I'm sorry, sir. You said that you asked your wife to leave.
It was more that I wouldn't take her back unless she agreed to therapy. One of the counselors told me the only chance she had to get better was to admit that she had a problem. And for that to happen, she would probably have to hit bottom. I hoped that kicking her out would scare her into quitting. She stole the kids' college fund and blew it at the crap table. The last few months, we haven't even talked.
Loan sharking. It's the world's second oldest profession. Simple business transaction. You need money, they loan money.
For a price.
Bargain, only 6% per day. Borrow $1,000 in 8 days, you owe $1.50 grand, and then you borrow money to pay interest on the money, and so forth.
No, so how do they ever get out of the hole, then?
Fear, surprisingly strong motivator. See, loan sharks are backed by a group of investors. How shall I put this? Not exactly known for their patience and forbearance. If you're late, they make you a friendly visit once, tops twice. After that, they show you the bottom of the East River, permanently.
So, can you give us a list of some known sharks?
I can give you a list of 350 known sharks, another 500 part-timers. You want to run them down?
Yeah, but I mean, I'd like to narrow it to the kind that handle $47,000 in action.
They put those off on somebody bigger who puts those off on somebody else and so on. It's like subcontracting a job.
Oh, please, Al, we need some expertise here.
Expertise? Excuse me. The Ma and Pa grocery store down the street. That could be a loan shark. The dry cleaners on the corner, a loan shark. Kindly Grandpa at the candy store, another loan shark. Might as well pick the telephone directory. Any page.
Thanks for the advice, Martinez.
Advice? I'll give you advice. Mary Cole has been warned. Find her. Fast. Because if you don't, she won't be worth finding.
Okay, now you gotta use some imagination here.
You mean about the lack of dramatic atmosphere or the play money or both?
It's not play money, it's all the money you got. You lose it and you're broke and you can't play no more. You gotta go home. See, it doesn't matter whether it's dollars, pennies, matchsticks. It's what you got. And when it's gone, that's it. You got 20 grand. How much you gonna bet?
$10.
Big spender.
Huh? When you go to the track, how much are you willing to lose, before you...
Thought I was supposed to be helping here. Sort of an expert witness.
Yeah, but
No buts, Mary Beth. I mean, do you ever see me writing a check for cash? Is there ever a question about paying the rent or how we're gonna eat?
You don't have to get defensive here, Harv. I was only...
You were only getting ready to set me up alongside your junkie gambler case. There's a difference.
That's what I'm interested in, Harv. The difference. I mean, what is the big attraction? Hit me.
You know you're messing with the entire economy of the United States here, don't you?
Oh, Harv, you know how I hate your conspiracy theories.
This is not a theory. Do you think anybody in their right mind would watch a game between Buffalo and anybody if he didn't have some action on it? Do you think that there would be a school system in the state of New York if it weren't for the lottery? I mean, you don't think that millions of dollars change hands every day on some kind of action and then get laundered through so many places that they never get taxed? Huh? Who are you kidding here? Huh? You want one?
No, I just want to understand Mary Cole.
And find out where I get the money for the track.
Harv, you are not under investigation here. I was only asking, so that I could get some insight.
You bust. Okay, how's this for insight? Anybody who was into the goons for, what did you say, 40, 50 grand?
Yeah.
That person is history. History.
I called the phone company. They'll get back to us in 10 minutes. You all right?
Yeah, I couldn't stay in that room. You believe those guys? And they say women gossip.
Oh, yeah. So, what do you think of the new hot couple, Jennifer and his Becky? Huh? I think it's a real improve on Bon Bon. I mean, what kind of a grown man go out with a woman named Bon Bon?
Christine?
Coleman's making book on it. The smart money's bidding on 2 months or less.
I don't think it's any of our business.
Oh, Mary Beth, don't do that to me. You love gossip. I know you. You go to your beauty parlor and you sit under the hair dryer. I know what you read. What do you read? Movie magazines.
The penal code.
The penal code.
Some of us actually have to study for the sergeant's exam, Christine.
All right. Then you go to the store and you've got your grocery cart and you're standing in an incredibly long line. What do?
I stand there. Maybe I balance my checkbook. Sometimes I even talk to people.
You're just not admitting to it. There is not one person in the entire world who doesn't read trashy newspapers and fan magazines in a grocery store.
I don't.
Johnny Carson's divorce. That cute young doctor that Mary Tyler Moore married. Liz Taylor. She broke up with that guy. Did you see how skinny she got?
You got work, Christine. Personally, I like Liz better as a brunette.
Hiya, Cookie.
Officer Christine.
Ah, Detective Christine.
Oh, well, my congratulations are in order. Forgive me if I did not send flowers.
My first vice bust when I was a rookie. Cookie the bookie, meet Detective Mary Beth Lacey.
How'd it go?
Pleasure's more than all mine.
Want to answer your phone, Cookie?
Wrong number.
We heard you moved to Las Vegas, Cookie.
Las Vegas. Yes, indeed. But the climate was not convivial to my constitution.
We're looking for Mary Cole, Cookie.
Who?
Mary Cole. We found your name in her apartment.
So this is a crime? Better there than on a bathroom wall.
We found her apartment ransacked.
Please, you do me an injustice. I am not the ransacking type. And she knows this to be true.
I know this to be true. You booked Mary Cole's bets. She has gambling debts up to $50,000.
Do I look like the 50 grand type? You flatter me.
Who is the 50 grand type, Mr. Cookie?
Well, seeing as how I would not like to be deprived of the use of my life, I now must plead ignorance to all such matters.
Detective Lacey, 14 Squad, what may I do for you? Such rude people. They hung up on me.
You're under arrest, Cookie.
For what infraction am I being served this gross injustice? Por favore.
Why don't we start with bookmaking? What is this? All this list with people's names and dollar figures next to them. What, your Christmas shopping list?
Charitable donations.
Uh-huh. So what charity is this? The Bears, +8.
Detective Lacey, why is your partner persecuting me?
She never learned how to ask nice. Please, Mr. Cookie, sir. Help us find Mary Cole.
Right, come here. There's a dive on 5th Street, near Avenue A. That's where they let you play on a cuff.
Thank you. That's for you.
Hello? Ma! It's my mother!
Give her my love.
Yeah, hello, yeah.
It's called the Fifth Street Social and Athletic Club.
Mary Cole's bookmaker says it's a dive. Real small-time action. But it's the only place they'll still let her play.
Small-time action? They trash her apartment and threaten her life?
No, sir. We figured they were muscle for the loan shark.
So where is he?
Well, nobody knows, Lieutenant. Martinez over in Public Morals says the shark could be almost anybody.
So you're looking for Mary Cole. Then what?
You save her life, sir.
You want to offer her 24-hour police protection? For how long?
With due respect, sir, we put her under protective custody. She can name names. She tells us who her money man is, who threatened her life. I mean, maybe we can make some arrests here. Maybe we find out who the people at the top are, and then we really have something.
Lacey, personally, I think that you are dreaming.
Please, what are you saying, sir? We have to give up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the little fish would be nice, and that the rough guys would be very nice, and that Mr. Big would make my day. But I will even settle for Mary Cole safe and sound, which is why I waste my valuable time here going begging for money for you two, and signing all these forms here in quadruplicate. There you go, $100, courtesy NYPD. Go have a good time.
Thank you, sir.
You're all heart, Lieutenant. We couldn't get in the door with $100.
Thought you said it was small-time action, All right, $200, okay? And don't spend it all in one place.
No, sir.
Lacey, you watch. Cagney, you play. Cagney, wouldn't hurt if you won.
Gonna keep a percentage? A little vigorish off the top?
Get out of here, will you, the both of you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Here we go. Place your bet. There you go. Here we go. Blackjack. Jack's still the better. All down. Here we go. Card.
100.
I always bet my husband's birthday first for luck.
11. A winner. One more. Here you are.
Oh, what do you know?
Card.
And now, 22. That's our anniversary. Excuse me, sir. Can I bet more than one number?
Sure, you can play them all. Here, man, that's $5. You ready to see here? Have a nice showing over here.
Mary been in tonight?
Mary who?
Mary Cole?
Don't know her. You want to hit?
Hey, hot date with Jennifer tonight? You two are a real item, aren't you?
Hey, come on, man. Leave me alone. I'm trying to comb my hair.
Where are you taking her, Victor?
Around.
Rangers game?
Probably.
Well, look, there's this new place in Little Italy. Romantic. Wine and wicker baskets, candlelight.
Come on, Petrie. Is Becky's idea of fine dining is all you can eat, $4.95.
Hey, you guys knock it off, huh?
What do we got over here? An art show. Look at this.
Kinetic sculpture. The historic application of the paperclip in conceptual art.
It's a breakthrough in postmodernist expression.
Yes. Yeah. Like you.
Touchy, touchy.
21.
Oh, no kidding. I win again, huh? Oh, this must be my lucky night. Boy, I wish Mary was here. She would love this. That wheel is hot.
Excuse me. Want to buy me a drink, Doris?
Thank you very much.
Place your bet. What do you need? Card.
Thank you.
Okay. What'll it be, ladies?
2 scotches.
Tom Collins, please.
He's fine.
Okay. Checking.
Listen, give me another $50, okay?
Oh, sure.
So,
Thank you.
what'd you get on your friend?
Nothing.
Yeah, what do you need?
Gamblers are not the friendliest people. How about you?
I got a loan shark who works this place. Get this, a dry cleaning store.
You are amazing. We'll hit him in the morning, huh?
Yeah, first thing. You know, you're probably the only person here who's winning.
You should try number 11. That's Michael's birthday. I won $36 on that one.
I'm playing blackjack.
Oh, 21, huh?
Yeah. But I keep getting 22. Let's give it another half hour. She doesn't show up, we'll call it a night, all right?
Okay. Chris, can you explain to me about the 0 and the 00?
Thank you.
We'll need her statement. And yours.
Later.
No. Better if we get it now.
Can't you see she's real upset?
All right. We'll be at the precinct.
Thanks. Hey, don't worry. I'll get you through this as quick as possible. Hey. Hey. Come on, it's all over. He's not gonna bother you anymore.
Don't.
I just wanted to hold you.
I'm sorry. I just don't want to be touched right now.
You Simmons?
Yes. What can I do for you ladies?
Detectives Cagney and Lacey, 14th Squad.
Oh, well, nice to meet you ladies. At Simmons, there's always a discount for New York's finest.
Oh, yeah? You also give discounts to customers from the 5th Street Social and Athletic Club? Mr. Simmons.
Never heard of that place. Hey, you should leave this here. I can get this spot out for you.
Hey, you want to cut the song and dance, Simmons? You're a loan shark. We have reason to believe that you have a client by the name of Mary Cole who's into you for about $50,000. Now, it's not our intention or our desire at this moment to shut your business down. All we want to know is where we can find her.
I really wish I could help you ladies. But in the first place, I'm not a loan shark. In the second place, I never heard of this woman. And in the third place, if I had $50,000, would I be sweating my life away in a dump like this?
Hey, we're not stupid,
What
pal.
if she was into you for $5,000? Maybe then you'd discount the marker and sell it to someone who's willing to take the bigger risks.
You girls, you've been watching too many cops and robber movies.
Don't get flip with me, mister.
Hey, lady, come on, look around here, will you? I'm a dry cleaner.
Simmons, you look over here. See, my partner's getting very impatient. So I'm going to lay it on the line for you, okay? Someone sent goons after Mary Cole, and we want to know who that someone is.
In the first place, like I told you, I am not a loan shark. And in the second place, like I told you, I don't know anything about your friend. And in the third place, I don't know any goons. I don't know anybody who knows any goons. I'm a dry cleaner, get it?
Well, I hope that you know somebody who knows these goons. Because we're coming back. And if anything happens to Mary Cole, you will be opening a new branch on Rikers Island. You get it?
You sure he's a shark?
I got his name from a guy who was losing his shirt at the blackjack table.
Oh, by the way, how'd you make out?
Well, actually, sir, we covered our expenses.
Covered your expenses? You made a profit. Way to go, Cagney.
Well, actually,
You should have seen her, sir. Nothing but 21s.
it was nothing, Lieutenant.
Nothing. What are you talking? You saved the taxpayer $200. That's not chopped liver.
Well, thank you, Lieutenant.
Look, about the shark, we can pull him in, lean on him a bit. Yeah?
Excuse me, Lieutenant, you wanted to hear about any DOAs?
Uh-huh.
We got a Jane Doe behind a building on Chambers Street near West Broadway.
Okay.
Description?
Body is not in terrific condition.
It may not be her.
You want it?
We'll take it, sir.
You know who you're looking for, right?
Yes, we can make a visual ID.
The body was found in its garbage dumpster. Looks like she's been there a couple of days.
How bad is it?
Nothing you want to look at before breakfast.
Gotta say, this one's not too bad. Really, it's not too bad. As long as you know what you're looking for.
Thank you.
Well?
Her name is Mary Cole. C-O-L-E.
You okay?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Victor. It's not the end of the world.
She just, Excuse me.
What's the matter with his Becky? Someone steal his Barry Manilow records? What's the matter? I say something wrong?
Jennifer packed up and went back to Virginia this morning.
I don't even know what I said to her, Christine. I mean, on that ledge, you know, But when she came in the room, I thought she wanted to be alive again.
She didn't kill herself. She was murdered.
Save somebody's life, you're responsible for it forever.
Nobody forced her to gamble, Mary Beth. Nobody forced that woman to live in a rat hole and borrow money from loan sharks. Now, she chose the kind of life she got, and there's not a damn thing you could have done about it.
No, I should have done something more. I should have gone and see her in the hospital. Or, I could have followed up faster on something. I don't know what I said to her.
I remember what you said to her. You told her she wasn't a superwoman. You told her she was human. And I'm saying that to you. And you told her to think about her husband and her kids.
Yeah, right. I want to do something, Christy. I want to go to her funeral.
I don't do funerals.
No. You don't have to go.
Fine, thank you.
Hey, Chris.
What?
Give me the keys.
What for?
Give me the keys, I'm driving.
Mary Beth, is your head together here?
Just get in the car.
Hey, what are you doing?
Stop.
What's the matter with you?
She's dead, Bozo.
I told you I don't know the lady. I never heard of her. I got nothing to do with that lady.
Yeah?
No.
Mr. Simmons, I have never seen my partner quite this upset. It's murder now with special circumstances. All right, that's a capital offense in New York.
Yeah, and somebody's gonna pay for it, and you're the only name I got.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything. I didn't.
Well, then tell us who did.
Well, how should I know? In the first place, I'm not a shark. In the second place...
Shut your mouth. In the first place, I don't care. In the second place, I don't care. In the third place, I don't care.
Look, you're gonna put me out of business
You're
here.
already out of business, courtesy of the NYPD.
I really don't know anything, I swear.
Huh?
It's all done with contacts, cut off men. I don't know anybody big.
So give us a contact.
I do that, I'm a dead man. Come on, you saw what happened to Mary Cole.
You knew it, didn't you?
I want to talk to my lawyer!
No need for that. Would have spread the word that he named names.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd... Oh, my God, you know what they're gonna do to me!
We have an alternative. We have a witness protection.
No, he don't qualify. He doesn't want to be a witness.
Oh, too bad.
The only name I know is the name I deal with. That's all.
Fine. We'll take it, one name at a time.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
30, 45 minutes tops. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got tied up on a case. Okay, what, 53rd and Lex? Yeah. All right, I'll see you then. Bye. We can finish that DD5 in the morning.
You go ahead. I'm almost finished.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna find him, Mary Beth. We give Martinez the name and they start putting some heat on people.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you in the morning then.
Night, Chris.
Good night, Victor.
What's on your mind, Victor?
Oh, I just wanted to tell you, I heard you got a lead on the Mary Cole homicide. Nice going.
Thank you. Is there something on your mind, Victor?
Nah.
I heard about your friend. I'm sorry.
How'd you hear about it?
It's a small precinct.
Well, she'll come back for the trial. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
I never met anybody like her before. She was delicate. Like, just delicate. But I guess it was too much for her. I tried to tell her there were good things in the city, too. I tried to protect her. I even installed a deadbolt lock on her door. I never even touched her, Lacey.
I think you're wrong.
I'd say here's to a perfect partnership.
To Christine Cagney, first woman chief of detectives.
It's no secret that you've been the apple of this man's eye since he brought us on the case.
You've been moving in a man's work for a long time now.
I tell you, it's not about sex with this guy anymore, Lieutenant. He's into power. You're way out of line, Captain.
I'm a man used to getting my own way, Detective.
Not with me.
You're protecting your career.
I'm putting my career on the line.
There was more going on between us in this case, and you know it.
I don't sleep my way to promotions. Coleman, 2 plastic ashtrays? You're not even being reasonable. Is that your ashtray?
Yes, it is. Who said life was reasonable, Cagney? The serial number doesn't match the one that was assigned here.
I know. I switched with Uzbeki.
20 years, hard labor.
What you disorganized slobs fail to realize is this, and I quote, NYPD Regulation Number 5C301 requires a quarterly inventory to confirm all department-issued goods are present as assigned. That means no trading, kiddies.
Yellow is Uzbeki's new favorite color.
What those ashtrays accounted for, Cagney?
I don't even smoke, Coleman. It's only 2 plastic ashtrays. How am I supposed to know? Well, here's one.
It's wrong serial number. Look, you gotta figure it out. The point is that all issue not in use is to return to the property clerk's department. You understand? In other words, if you can't come up with the goods, you have to reimburse the department. It's that simple.
Looks like you're going to have to ice Bloomingdale's account this month, Cagney.
Oh, what a shame, Victor. And I had such a nice birthday present picked out for you.
Really?
Underwear with days of the week on it, studded in rhinestones.
I tell you what, Cagney, I'm going to save Mondays and Fridays just for you.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want you to deprive Bon.
Lieutenant, watch the face.
Can you believe Coleman? He's hyperventilating over pencil stubs.
Oh, give the sergeant a break. He's doing his job.
You 2 ready to handle a very hot potato? The reward for which is you get to keep your jobs.
Oh, that sounds like a very good incentive to me, sir.
Certainly an offer we can't refuse.
Right. You know about the murder of the Hungarian diplomat?
I read the papers, sir.
Well, what the papers didn't tell you is the political pressure that we're getting to solve this one fast. Even the FBI's got their nose in on it, and Captain Jack Hennessy, the 21st, has been assigned to head up a special task force. You 2 got lucky.
How so, sir?
Well, Hennessy is the rising star of the department. Guy made captain at the age of 35. And now he's bucking for deputy inspector.
That's great. Why us?
I don't know why. Ask him when you meet him. Number 1 Police Plaza, 11 a.m. this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
I hate this dress. Why did I wear this dress?
Mr. and Mrs. Laszlo Tabori exited the Blue Danube restaurant at 9:30 on the evening of April 3. They were accosted by a gunman who, without provocation or warning, shot Mr. Tabori straight through the heart, stole his wallet, and ran. And the one thing we've got going for us is there were 6 witnesses in the vicinity. In addition to Mrs. Tabori, 2 other couples and an off-duty waiter witnessed the crime. But what we have in our hands here appears to be a random, cold-blooded... Well, I did say appears, Frank. Gentlemen, let me introduce... And ladies, excuse me.
Detective.
I stand corrected and duly chastised. Mr. Frank Oppenheimer, our liaison officer from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Frank, do you have anything you want to add?
I think it's imperative we not lose sight of the very real potential of political motivation in this case.
Well, I'd say it's a little early to focus in on any one angle, wouldn't you say?
We know this man was a freedom fighter in 1956 and turned on his compatriots. A lot of enemies.
As I say, we have quite a list of possibilities. Detectives, your assignments read as follows. Feinstein and Hubble, you'll head up the decoy teams. Cagney, you'll partner with me in field investigations. And Lacey, you'll be the liaison officer here at headquarters. Cabot and Molaris, you... Yes.
Pardon me, sir, but I was wondering if you could get a uniformed officer to handle the office, and then I would be available for the field work.
Well, Detective Lacey, I appreciate the suggestion, but I've put you exactly where I want you. I need a trained detective who understands procedures and priorities to evaluate the witness statements and field reports. Now, Cabot and Molaris, you'll be checking out the gang activity in the area.
Yeah. Check.
Dolan, Moore. Well, why don't you keep the book for a couple of days and study it, just to be sure?
I have already told you it happened too fast.
But you are sure he was Caucasian?
I think so. Maybe Puerto Rican.
Did he speak with an accent?
Nothing. He said nothing.
He said he was about 30.
Yes. Young.
Average weight and height.
Yes. I didn't get a very good look at him. Now, if you'll excuse me, please, I have much packing to do.
Mrs. Tabori, we would appreciate it if you wouldn't leave town until we get all this wrapped up.
You must realize this has been very unpleasant for me. There isn't much I can do here. Please understand.
Thank you very much.
So what do you think? Traumatized, aloof, and reclusive? Or she just doesn't like Americans?
I don't know. Right now, I'd say all of the above. What do you say we compare notes over a couple of beers?
Find a place that has peanuts on the side you're on. The kind that are roasted in the shell.
In the shell.
Yeah, salted.
Salted in the shell.
I'm serious, Mary Beth. Time is passing by, and we're not getting any younger.
Harvey, you're depressing me.
I just think we're kidding ourselves if we don't face up to the fact that we are not going to be here forever.
You know when you started getting morbid like this? When Fast Eddie died.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. One of us could be next. Do you know that if you don't leave a will, the state could take everything? Our money, Mary Beth, they'll build a lousy sewer or something.
Harv, the kind of money we have, they'd be lucky if they get a drain pipe.
Yeah? Well, all I know is it's our money and our stuff, and I don't want the lousy government sticking its nose in who gets it.
Not exactly Rockefellers here, Harv. Now, what have we got that anybody would be interested in?
What about the golden candlestick? Well, what are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Leave it to Eileen in Chicago.
Eileen? She's your third cousin.
Well, my second cousin, once removed.
You never even met her.
I know, but my mother left her the other one.
Mary Beth, it is solid gold.
What is Harv Jr. and Michael going to do with one candlestick? Break it in half?
Oh, they go down to the antique store and sell it the same thing your second cousin from Chicago would do if she got her hands on it. And what about my bowling trophies?
Oh, well, I thought that we would bequeath those to the Museum of Natural History. Oh, guy. Come on, guys! Jeez.
So far, far, what we have resembles the MO of that mugger who's been scoring on the east side.
Could be. It's a good decision I made to bring you in on this task force.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Had my eye on you for a long time, Cagney. That Don Juan killer. Good, clean collar.
Well, thank you.
No question in my mind. I like to work with winners, Cagney. People on the move.
You're moving pretty fast yourself, Captain. I heard about your promotion.
Correction. Recommendation from promotion. Final word on that won't be down for a few weeks.
According to the grapevine, I hear there's no contest.
You can't believe everything you get on the grapevine. For instance, the word came down that you could be a pretty hard-headed prima donna to work with. Uh-huh. But I figured that any ambitious female is going to be fair game for that kind of dirt. Especially a very attractive one. Doesn't bother me. I can handle the temperament with the talent. Besides, I used to get those same kind of shots when I was an up-and-comer. I'd say here's to a perfect partnership.
To Jack Hennessy, Deputy Inspector.
Wait a minute. What about equal opportunity here? Here's to Chris Cagney. What?
Okay. To Christine Cagney, the first woman chief of detectives.
This case could make the difference.
Thanks for the peanuts.
Hey, salt of the earth.
Taxi!
Hey, hold on. I'll give you a lift home.
Oh, no, you don't want to buck the traffic downtown at this hour.
Oh.
Taxi!
Okay, next time then.
I'll have the ballistics report ready for you by Friday.
Oh, Monday morning's fine.
You got it.
There is one thing you can do for me by Friday.
What's that?
You can pick the time and the place for me to take you to dinner.
Oh, thanks. But I've got plans.
I warn you, I won't take no for an answer. Good night.
Night. Soho, please.
Albanian. Romanian.
Yeah, I'm a little rusty on my Romanian, Frank. Can you give us some shorthand here?
Pravda, of course. The Communist press is having a field day with this incident. According to them, and I quote here, no one is safe in the crime-infested jungles of capitalist slums. I'm telling you, they're manipulating this for their own political advantage.
Well, no question. But also, there's still no evidence to indicate that this is anything other than a street mugging. Lacey.
With due respect, sir, I think maybe we're overlooking the possibility that something else could be behind this. I mean, maybe some personal motivation that we haven't considered.
Like what?
Well, if I knew that, sir, the case would be solved right now.
What am I dealing with here? A woman's intuition?
No, sir. I was presenting another possibility is all.
Well, let's just say, until there's some hard facts to back it up, that this captain's intuition says you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's it. Let's get on with it. Detective Cagney, I want to see you in my office. First, I thought of sushi and sake. But who wants to eat at a bar? And then then I decided on sauerkraut and a beer, but that's not classy enough. Not for you. And I finally came up with pasta. It's nice and romantic, a little candlelight to bounce off those deep blue eyes of yours.
Captain Hennessy.
Oh, come on. It's Jack, remember? We got to get serious about this. Friday night's getting closer.
Jack. I already told you that I have plans.
Well, look, if those plans are with some other guy, then I'm just going to keep you working late. You're going to have to stand him up and settle for me.
No, that isn't it.
Well, if a lieutenant's bugging you about reports, I'll get you out of it. What are bosses for?
The truth is, Jack, I don't believe in mixing business with pleasure anymore.
Anymore? What that sounds like is that I'm paying for some other cop's mistakes. I don't think that's fair to you.
Well, you're not the only one disappointed with the timing.
Well, then.
Maybe when the case is over. Okay. I should get to those witness calls. Excuse me.
There's a big 1-inch paperclip, and then there's a small 1-inch paperclip. Well, look who's here. One of the special task force honchos.
Pass it through, guys.
Yeah, let's have that to show
Pass it
up.
through, Sergeant.
Oh, I get it. Now that you're in the big leagues, you don't have time for the old gang in the
Knock it
precinct.
off, Victor, okay?
See, Sarge, she never used to talk that way.
Hold up a minute.
No, I'm looking for my claim check. I gotta get there before the cleaners close.
Now, your trash can's missing.
I share with Cagney.
No, Cagney says that one's hers, so yours is missing.
24 yellow pads present and accounted for, sir.
I got you down for 4.
I used a couple.
Must be in my locker.
Your trash can?
I don't know where my trash can is, Sergeant. Maybe I never had a trash can. Maybe my trash can was stolen. Maybe I threw it away. I hope I threw it away.
Here is an interesting question. How do you throw away a trash can?
Very existential, Victor. Very existential.
I think our man's allergic to decoys.
It's only a matter of time. Patience, kid. Patience.
It's not my strong suit.
Ah, look at it this way. Investigation's just like any other game. You buy just enough time to find just the right opening. It's all strategy. How do you think I moved up so fast in the department?
Oh, roller skates.
I'm talking about playing it smart. If you're serious about becoming the chief of detectives, you should learn the rules of the game.
I'm doing okay.
Oh, yeah? You're telling me that you're not frustrated because you haven't made the jump to the major cases squad yet? Let me tell you the big jump on the force for me. A few years back, I was under this lieutenant. It was a real hard case. He wouldn't give me the time of day. I did my homework. I found out he was a racquetball freak. So I boned up on my serve, just enough so he still had the edge. Then I joined his club. He got to know me, I got to know him. See what I mean?
Sure. Strategy.
No, it's more than that. It's relationships. Sometimes it pays to mix business with pleasure.
Where are we supposed to meet Alvarez?
Bayside. The witness says it's on his way home from work.
One of the couples, the Fairmonts, totally contradicted each other. He says that the gunman had his raincoat buttoned.
Oh, come on, Chris, give it a rest.
What time is our witness due?
Must have gotten tied up. Waiter, a bourbon for me and for the lady, scotch.
No, nothing. Thank you.
As of now, consider yourself officially off duty. Scotch. You like calamari? They serve it here fra diavolo. It's nice and spicy.
You know this restaurant very well.
It's one of my favorite spots.
Our witness isn't coming at all, is he?
Okay, I confess. You caught me in the act.
You went to all this trouble just to take me out to dinner?
I warned you, I don't take no for an answer.
Well, it's very flattering, Jack. But when I say no, I mean no.
But sometimes you're open for a little friendly persuasion, right?
I'm not playing games with you.
Come on, Cagney, you don't have to act the tough cop with me. You can wear the pants in public. In private, with me, you can let him down.
You're way out of line, Captain.
I'm a man used to getting my own way, detective.
Not with me.
I'm still your superior officer.
And this wasn't part of the job description. Excuse me.
I'm not getting in bed with that book, Harv.
It can't hurt you to read about it, Mary Beth.
You have any idea what type of mailing list we're on now, thanks to that book?
Here, look at this here. This is a kindly invitation from Oak Knoll Meadows to invest in our very own, quote, inflation fighter, family estate, and memorial crypt. Yuck.
Hey, wait a minute. Look at this. Free color family portrait if we order within the next 10 days.
Not funny, Hob. I gotta study.
Study.
I gotta read the New York State Penal Code.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna stay in bed with that book.
Tough. You read your stuff, I'll read my stuff.
Mary Beth, this is important.
Well, this is important too, Hob. This is $5,000 more a year if I make sergeant.
Which will go directly to the state of New York if we die without a will. That's exactly what they want to see. If you croak without a will, they soak you with taxes. They do, Mary Beth.
Honey, the state of
They do.
New York is not staying up late at night trying to figure out how to get our money.
How do you know that?
Is this another one of your conspiracy theories?
It is not a conspiracy theory.
Then what is it?
It's not.
Kisses. What is that?
I know what that is. That's the Rizzutos complaining about the kid's stereo.
Hang on!
Ask who it is.
Hold your horses, it's Chris. Hiya.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, guys. I'm sorry to bother
Come on
you.
in.
I've got this paranoid cabbie waiting downstairs. He won't leave Queens without cash in advance. I need $25.
I just cashed a check today.
Thank you, Harvey.
Sit down.
Sorry, Mary Beth.
I noticed that you and Captain Hennessy headed out together this afternoon. What happened?
Nothing a cold shower wouldn't fix.
Oh.
Yup.
He wouldn't even take you home?
I wouldn't give him the satisfaction. I just left him sitting there nursing his bourbon and his bruised ego in the restaurant. The problem is I didn't have enough money for the cab fare to get back from Bayside.
No, I'm glad we were home.
He's so damn presumptuous. 1 minute we're this great team, and the next minute the guy's coming on like a ton of bricks.
Here you go, kiddo.
Oh, thanks, Harvey. I really appreciate it. I'll give Mary Beth the money on Monday.
No problem. I got a book to read.
I better go.
Frankly, Christine, I have to admit I'm not surprised.
I beg your pardon?
Well, it's no secret that you've been the apple of this man's eye since he brought us on the case.
He liked my work. What was I supposed to do?
Make sure he knew that you weren't interested.
I never led this man on, Mary Beth.
Well, as long as he's clear about that.
What do you think I'm doing on your doorstep? Thank you for the money. Excuse me. See you Monday.
Good night.
Let's just make the decisions we need to. We put the will in the safe deposit box and we forget about it.
Do we have to talk about this today? It's a gorgeous day. Boys are at your mother's. We're walking in the park here.
Okay. We won't talk about it today. We talk about it tomorrow, right?
Right. Bob, if I died, would you get married again?
Mary Beth, I thought we weren't going to talk about this.
I wish you would.
You wish I would what?
Get married again.
Oh, come on, Mary Beth. It's a beautiful...
No, I'm serious here, Hob. I'd like to know that you were happy with somebody.
Well, you are a hard act to follow.
And for the boys need a mother.
The boys? For the boys. Okay, I'll remarry for the boys.
I wonder what type of woman you'd pick out. Probably blonde, huh? You always had this thing for blonde.
Redheads. I like redheads.
Redheads are nice.
This is a ridiculous conversation.
Blue eyes, little tiny waist.
No, I never went for blue eyes.
And young, too. Older men marry younger women all the time.
Mary Beth, I am a mature man.
Yeah, so you may as well go for it, Hob.
Go for it? Okay, I'll go for it. I'll marry a 23-year-old blonde with blue eyes and a very narrow waist. Are you happy?
Hob?
What?
If I die and you marry a 23-year-old bimbo, I'll kill you.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Captain.
The other night. Thank you.
Sure.
Cagney? Yes, Captain. I'll be right in.
You made a serious mistake, Cagney.
I don't think so, Captain.
I'm still your superior officer, a fact which seems to slip your mind. Now sit down. Where's the ballistics report?
I put it on your desk Friday before we left.
It's not here.
Well, I left it right on top.
This kind of negligence is very unprofessional.
Look, I know what I did. I put the thing...
Sit down.
Is this because of Friday night?
Friday night never happened. Now, I want that ballistics report on my desk by tonight, or else there are going to be serious repercussions. Come on.
You've been moving in the man's world for a long time now. You should know already how to handle a guy who's trying to work his way into the good graces of a good-looking woman like yourself. Look at his Becky, for crying out loud.
Victor, come on, Lieutenant, come on. Victor jokes. This man is serious.
What's the difference? They both got the same thing on their mind.
There's a big difference. When a man's coming on to a woman, he sends her a bottle of wine, a couple of roses. He doesn't start messing with her mind and her career. I'm telling you, it's not about sex with this guy anymore, Lieutenant. He's into power.
That's a strong accusation.
You're damn right it is. And I'm not imagining it.
Well, I'm not saying that you are imagining it, Hennessy. It's just that... Well, I can understand where a guy might misread the situation. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're leading the guy on. It's just that, you know, with men and women working together nowadays, sex coming out from behind closed doors, things are different today. One minute a joke is sexy, next minute it's sexist. Where do you draw the line?
I draw the line at blackmail. Because that's exactly what he's doing. If I don't cooperate, all of a sudden my job gets tough. That isn't harmless flirtation. That's sexual harassment.
Do you think resigning from this task force is going to solve your problem?
Well, don't you?
Let me lay it on the line for you, Cagney. The minute that the brass sees that you're resigning from a plum assignment like this, your professional reputation is going to take a nosedive. They're going to question your commitment, your devotion to duty, and your qualifications for advancement.
So he still wins.
Never mind him. If you lose, that's the point. Cagney, listen to me, and listen to me good. I know you got ambitions, and I want to see you get a chance to do something about them.
Well, thank you, Lieutenant. I have to interview a witness now.
Cagney, what are you going to do?
I'll handle it.
What they got in there now?
L. Alvarez, the waiter from the restaurant.
Hennessy's wasting his time. We've run up against this kind of thing before. It's classic.
Yes, sir.
Classic.
Yes, sir.
I've seen it 1,000 times before.
Yes, sir. Well, what exactly is your projection on the case, sir?
Well, it's simple. Tabori fell from grace with his bosses, and the party bigwigs decided to kill two birds with one stone. Assassinate him here, make it appear it was an American assailant, and darken the image of the United States. The problem is that in a few days, the only person who could break this case for us will be on her way back to Budapest.
Well, you think that Mrs. Tabori is in on this?
Oh, believe me, these governments have their methods. She wants to save her skin. She's been warned not to cooperate. Look what she said in her statement.
As I remember, sir, she didn't say much of anything in her statement.
Exactly. Wouldn't you or any other normal woman have a lot to get off your chest if you'd seen your husband terminated in front of your eyes?
Christine, Oppenheimer thinks...
Lacey, will you check out this ballistics report and see if you can find any inconsistencies with the witness statements?
Yes, sir.
I found it. It was buried under some old DD-5s. Come on, we have to go over to the east side and check out the decoy teams.
Have to finish Alvarez's statement.
Well, Lacey can handle that. It's pretty clear. Come on, kid, get the lead out. We got work to do.
Excuse me a minute, Captain. Christine, the gunman said what?
Wrote it phonetically. Alvarez didn't understand the words, so he just repeated sounds.
Check it out, Lacey.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I think it's time we buried the hatchet. What do you say? I mean it. Got a lot on my mind lately. I know I've come down on you a little hard a couple of times. Let's wipe the slate. Take the afternoon off, go have a couple of beers, talk it over.
Then what?
We'll just take it as it comes.
Put it out!
Hey, let's stop playing games. Now, you came on to me real friendly that first night when you thought I could grease some wheels for you. Now you're playing the hysterical virgin when it's time to pay the bill.
Bill, I don't owe you anything except doing my job.
Oh, come on. There was more going on between us in this case, and you know it.
I don't sleep my way to promotions.
You sure go to a hell of a lot of trouble to advertise the merchandise for someone who's not interested. Oh, we both know what you want.
I wanted exactly what I said. Strictly business as long as we're working together.
What is it, Cat? You like guys to beg for it? Is that what turns you on?
You'll never know, Hennessy. You blew it.
Don't mess with me, Cagney. Come back here. I'm still the one responsible for your evaluation on this job, and don't you forget it. Cagney! Cagney!
I've had it with that guy. Would you look at me?
I got him.
Damn it. Sorry. Thanks.
Any guy I know?
Yeah, we're working for him. You know what ticks me off? I really thought I had this whole thing under control. I did everything that those women's magazine articles tell you you're supposed to do. I let him down gently. Made sure that his precious male ego knew how flattered I was. And I was firm. I never faltered. Even in the beginning when I thought oh, what does it matter? Didn't make any difference anyway.
You don't need that stuff anyways. Ignore him, Christine.
I can't. I can't anymore, Mary Beth. I've tried. He's making sure I don't.
What are you talking about?
Scared about my file. He could write down anything he wanted there, and people will read it. They'll think I'm a lousy cop.
Now, wait a second. I don't think...
Lacey!
Oh!
You in there?
Send out telegrams or what? Yes, I'm in here, Agent Oppenheimer.
Some professor from City College on the phone? Something about some translation.
Thank you, I'm coming. You gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Detective Lacey? Yes. Once again, please, sir. Thank you very much, Professor Professor. Thank you. Christine? That was Professor Pavlovmany. He's the head of Slavic languages at Sid College.
Who?
It wasn't Russian.
What wasn't Russian?
The thing that Alvarez overheard, it's Hungarian. It translates, "This is for you, my darling."
Then the gunman knew the Taboris.
Apparently.
You know the man who killed your husband, Mrs. Tabori?
His name is Belo Belosov. We were students together in Budapest. Laszlo, Bela, and I. We fought for the revolution. We were young, idealistic. We thought we could actually win. We were throwing stones at Russian tanks. They crushed us like an army of ants. Bella and I were planning to escape. We were lovers.
You and Bella saw?
Yes. Laszlo was jealous. He informed against Bello to save his own skin. As soon as I saw him outside that restaurant, I recognized him. And I knew exactly what he was going to do. And I don't blame him.
You don't blame the man who murdered your husband?
No. It has always been a marriage of convenience. Don't you see, I had no choice. It's different for you here. Your choices are easier.
Know something, Mary Beth? You're one hell of a detective.
Oh, what's the big deal? All I did was check out your report.
Glad one of us has our head on straight.
You know what I think? I think that Captain Hennessy is going to be very crabby that we broke this one. You beat him on his own turf, Christine.
Not yet, I haven't. Not as long as he can hold my job over me.
He can't do that.
He's made it very clear that he can, and he will. Either I come across or I get a negative rating on my evaluation report. He's not going to get away with this. I got his number, and I'm going to use it. I've got it all planned. I'm going to set him up. I'm going to make him believe I'm going along with this, and I'm going to go to his apartment with a wire, and I'm going to get him on tape live and loud.
That's illegal, Christine. That's entrapment.
No kidding. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
No, Chris, you have to go through channels on this one. You have the law on your side. You filed charges against him, discrimination charges for sexual harassment.
You don't think I haven't already considered that?
Well, then do it. You have to do it. He's using the system against you. You turn it right back on him.
It is not that simple, Mary Beth. I'd be challenging my superior officer. That'd be my word against his.
And the lieutenant's word, right? You talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Harv and I can testify to when you had to come back from Bayside in the cab. You get a diary with dates and times that he came on to you.
Yeah, you know what happened if I do that? I get a rep for being a hard case by busting one of my own. Charlie always told me the one thing you never do is rat on another cop.
You're not ratting on another cop. You're protecting your career.
The hell I am. I'm putting my career on the line. Jeopardizing my future, Mary Beth. I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
Well, yours is not the only future at stake here, Christine. 10-1, you were not the first female officer that he came on to. So you're going to be the last one or not?
Lieutenant wants to see you in the interview room.
What about?
No idea. Just Cagney.
Hi, Detective Cagney. I think you know Captain Hennessy. I thought it'd be a good idea if we could clear a little air here. Let me be frank. I don't like the department's dirty laundry aired in public. Granted, the two of you have a problem, but I don't think either of you is prepared for the gaffe if this thing goes to trial. If you go forward with the charges you filed, Detective Cagney, you're bringing your own character into question as much as the captain's here. And, Captain, I'm sure you already realize that just the implication of any wrongdoing on your part will jeopardize your pending promotion to deputy inspector. As far as I can see, nobody wins.
Inspector, I'm surprised that a personal misunderstanding could have been blown out of proportion like this. I mean, basically, the problem is the different sensibilities at work here. I mean, you know how the guys like to kid around, and they kid around, and but the women take it so seriously, and then they get all worked up over nothing. Now, my book, Detective Cagney, deserves a top-notch evaluation for outstanding performance on the Tabori case. I'm ready to back that up, if she's just willing to drop her complaint.
That seems fair to me.
I've already made it clear to Captain Hennessy that I don't trade favors or accept bribes.
We're trying to work out a settlement here, Detective Cagney, one that both parties can live with.
Well, I can't live with it, Inspector. Captain Hennessy threatened me professionally if I didn't sleep with him. I call that blackmail. And I think you should answer that.
I don't have to sit here.
Sit down, Captain. There are times when personal ego and reputation need to be reconsidered for the benefit of the department.
I think this suit is for the benefit of the department, Inspector. Otherwise, I wouldn't have filed the charges.
And that's your final word?
Yes.
Then I think we better stop wasting our time and get back to work.
Hiya, baby.
Michael said you were up here.
Yeah, I just been thinking.
Yeah, me too. And I think you're right. And we'll do the will.
That's good, Mary Beth.
We'll do it tonight.
Tomorrow night. Tonight. We dance.
Dance?
Tonight we dance because I decided we are not gonna die. You know why?
Why?
Because we love each other too much. That's why.
Oh, Harv. That's the most romantic thing that you ever said to me.
Second most romantic thing.
Yeah, what was the first one? Huh?
Excuse me.
What? What is this?
That's boy's portable record player.
Oh.
May I have the stance?
We did it. Every bit of evidence can be traced to this squad.
Who else would have the unmitigated style to do it?
We got a 24-hour watch on him, unless he doesn't want us to. In which case, he simply goes to Bloomingdale's and he gives us the slip just like that.
You stay with the tall guy. Leibowitz, you take the girl. I'm on a fat man with a fur hat. We got 3 of them.
This time he's given me a leg up. Now, I don't know why he has, but I know I'm gonna nail him.
Been able to recover.
Very small little package. They say good things
We've
come in
checked the
small
inventory of
packages.
recovered
Show
stolen
this
property,
poison,
ma'am.
You know what I mean? That's true. I don't know. Maybe it's chocolates. What do you think?
No, we're not giving up.
Yeah, but I saw a letter bomb
Seriously,
once
that
look
there's
like
a
that.
ring
Ha!
of these.
Didn't come with a note on it.
We better not rattle it.
I wouldn't
Tell them to hold it down, please. Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Yeah, it's missing the little... No, I'm on that. I'm sorry, on the
Maybe it's from
fingerprint
some guy
zone.
that Cagney shot down. What do you think?
More than likely.
Yes, ma'am, I have the serial number right here on my desk. I'll let you know. Yeah. Hi, guys. What's going on? Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you. You got a present delivered by messenger. The bomb squad here is trying to decide if it's safe for you to open it.
Oh, well, thank you, guys.
Hey, think nothing of it.
Thank you, guys.
Too much.
Thank you, guys. Who's it from?
It says until tonight.
No signature?
I think it's from Steve.
Who's Steve?
Steve Hollister, an investment banker I met while skiing. We're having dinner tonight.
Oh, that was certainly nice of him.
Yeah, it's sweet. oh, my God.
What? Let me see.
Look at this.
Are they real?
Sure looks real to me. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Well, what's the matter? It's not your right size?
Mary Beth, I can't take this.
I agree with you. Hold out for the yacht.
Mary Beth, I have not even been out with this man.
Cagney Lacey.
Morning, sir.
Morning. You 2 guys are up next. Jewelry shop, Fairbanks Tower, was hit last night.
Fairbanks House is that spiky place on Park, right?
That's it. So move.
Yes, sir. So Steve Hollister, is he that rich?
I didn't think so. It's hard to tell in ski clothes.
We had a beautiful gold and emerald piece in here. Went for about 6,000 plus tax.
Fingerprints,
I know.
Mr. Myers.
Sorry,
Fingerprints.
I keep forgetting. You see, what I can't understand is how they got past the sensors and things.
Well, Mr. Myers, where do you keep your sensors and things?
They're over here. Would you like to see them?
Why don't we follow you?
Sure. Would you? Oh, sorry. This way.
Sure.
Everything checked out fine this morning, but no pictures on the video monitors, no alarm set off, nothing.
What about the time locks?
Open, but I don't see how. I mean, obviously somebody made them think it was time to open, but now there wasn't a acetylene torch, but it wasn't even used to open the display cases.
This is very impressive equipment, Mr. Myers. And you're the only one that knows how to operate it.
Me? Oh, goodness gracious, no. I don't know the first thing about it.
Well, who does?
Well, the management company takes care of the actual nuts and bolts. I just flip the switches.
Okay. Well, we're going to want to do an inventory here.
I've been in retail all my life. I could help you with the inventory.
Appreciate the offer, sir, but give us a little time and you relax. We'll let you know.
Let me know if you need any help.
Don't touch anything.
How could somebody so smart, someone who could dance through this state-of-the-art security hardware without a peep, leave a crime scene like this?
You noticed that, huh?
Honest to God, I've never in my career seen such assortment of physical evidence. The DA ought to cite him for littering.
Well, torch may be traceable. We have what appears to be a perfect thumbprint for forensics to play with.
Good. Here's a tie tack that was found on the floor near the vault. And a piece of paper with a number written on it, just crumpled up in the corner. Myers doesn't recognize it.
What's your feeling on Myers?
You mean an inside job? I doubt it. I think the poor man has trouble tying his shoes.
Yeah. So we're about done here, yes?
Yeah. That's it.
How's it going? Is Becky on vacation? Quiet. 5 days along with Bonbon in the Bahamas, some vacation. Bet she comes back losing 5 pounds.
He took a large bottle of vitamin E with him.
I wonder if that's enough.
No, ma'am. Not yet. What do you remember? You scratched the name Rosebud on the back of the toaster oven. Yes, I saw the picture. Well, thank you for your clue, Mrs. Valenti. I'll pull back just as soon as I have something, yes. Bye now.
Why don't you just ask the woman to stop bugging you about that damn toaster oven?
Well, we kind of got friendly. She didn't know how to make anything except on her toaster oven, so I gave her a couple recipes.
Such a tough cop.
Your attention! I have an announcement to make. I am pleased to report that the Fairbanks Tower caper is solved.
Solved? Who did it?
We did.
I beg your pardon, sir.
We knocked over the Fairbanks Tower. We did. The whole 14 squad, the entire 14 squad. We did it. According to the forensic report just delivered to me right now, we did it. Every bit of evidence can be traced to this squad. For example, the acetylene torch traced by purchase order delivered to one M.B. Lacey. And the number on the wadded up piece of paper turns out to be a payroll number of the NYPD belonging to Ronald Coleman. And the desk guard at the Fairbanks Tower has one signature in his sign-in book that he cannot account for, and the name is Marcus Petrie. And the thumbprint. Well, they ran that through the R&I computer. And guess what? It didn't turn up a known felon. It turned up Victor Isbecki, detective 3rd grade of the 14 squad.
This Becky had an alibi. He's on vacation.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, what? Oh, no. Well, you got nothing to worry about. You're the only one that's not implicated.
Is that the hot sheet on the inventory, Lieutenant?
Yes.
Oh, could I see it, please?
So what about the tie tack?
It's mine. And it was given to me by the commissioner himself at my 10-year party.
I was there.
I have something.
What?
It was a present.
Where'd you get that?
Came by messenger.
I don't know.
Sir?
What?
There has to be some kind of an explanation, sir.
Yes, there's an explanation. Somebody is out there trying to make us look like a bunch of monkeys.
Albert Grand.
What?
That's who it is. It's Albert Grand. Who else would have thought this whole thing up and pulled it off?
Albert Grant?
It's gotta be. Who else would have the unmitigated style to do it?
Well, go find out. Go find out, all of you, now!
He's back. Yeah, I'll hold. Who's got the file? Right here.
While you're on hold, this was in my desk.
Great, my appointment book. I've been
Marcus.
looking all over for... Wait a minute,
That's the
Petrie.
follow-up
Where
on
did
the
you...
aliases.
Petrie, how did you... What? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, okay. Now go. On the 23rd? All right, thank you.
So?
Interpol has a positive sighting of Albert Grand in Egypt.
Well, that rules him out.
When was the sighting? Maybe it's old information.
He's suspected of being behind a burglary of the Metropole Hotel in Cairo last night.
Well, it just proves he's still active.
I don't believe it. Albert Grand is the only man in the world who can be in two places at the same time, and I'll lay you 10 to 1 it's him.
20 to 1, you got yourself a bet.
I say, guys, we call tonight, come back fresh tomorrow.
I gotta get out of here.
Have a nice time tonight, Christine.
Yeah, thanks. Wait till I tell Stephen Hollister what a big spender I thought he was. I mean, the thing about Albert Grand is he's the absolute last of the great ones. He's world class. I can't help it. I have a feeling in my gut I know he's here.
I can see that.
Can you imagine the audacity of this man? To implicate the detectives who were going to catch the case?
Christine.
Yes.
Look, this is our first date, right?
Yeah.
When I was thinking about how this evening was going to turn out, I was imagining talking to each other about our families, where we went to school, what kind of movies we like, you know, the sort of things to get to know one another. It's not that I'm not interested in police work, I am. It's just that you do talk about other things too, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, Stephen. I do tend to get a bit compulsive, but I promise you, as of this very moment, I'm officially off duty.
Great.
Stephen.
Yes.
Would you excuse me for just one moment?
Of course.
I have to go arrest somebody.
Christine, my dear. How splendid to see you again.
Hello, Mr. Grant.
Albert, please.
What's going on?
Oh, may I pour you a glass of champagne?
I didn't come here to have a glass of champagne.
Oh, dear. But you're not on duty, are you?
How did you know I was going to be here? My appointment book. You grabbed it when you were setting up the Fairbanks Towers job.
Won't you sit down? Just for a moment, please. I think you'll find this vintage rather amusing.
Thank you. You are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Should you give up the right to remain silent?
Silence is fundamentally boring. Wouldn't you agree?
Did you hear what I said?
Perfectly, my dear. I still can hear quite well. But I must confess I'm a bit confused. Whatever would you arrest me for?
The Dunhill Hotel job for openers. I came this close to getting you. And you said so yourself. So, I'm gonna take you in for it now.
Really? Does that mean you've uncovered some new evidence in the case?
All right. I'm going to take you in for questioning regarding the Fairbanks Towers job last night.
Well, the evidence in that case would seem to lead in other directions, wouldn't you say?
How would you know that if you weren't involved?
Christine, you wouldn't put a man my age through such an inconvenience without something more specific than, shall we say, a grudge.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take you downtown just the same. You may have handcuffs, or not.
Perhaps I missed something. What was the specific charge again?
There's some people who'd like to see you about Cairo.
Very good, my dear. First class.
Thank you. Shall we?
Cagney!
Lieutenant, what are you doing here?
Always a
good of you to
pleasure,
come here.
Albert. I was
Come.
summoned here.
Did she say the arrest words?
She started to, but we dispensed with the formalities.
Inspector Cagney, this is Mitchell Farnsworth, Mr. Grand's attorney.
How does the attorney get here? He hasn't even made a phone call yet.
Detective?
Steve Hollister, another person in the room.
He's my date.
Here, Albert, sign this.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Lieutenant?
Now, if there's nothing further, Lieutenant, no, you're free to go,
No,
Mr. Grand.
Wait a second. Wait 1 second. I have something further. I have some questions that I'd like to ask.
No, I'm afraid you haven't.
Well, I'm afraid I have. Because there is a current Interpol APB out on this man.
Cagney,
This is Mr. Grand's passport. The Customs and Immigration stamp clarifies that he entered this country the day before the unpleasantness at the Metropole in Cairo.
I'm so sorry for causing such a fuss. Might I make it up to you? And take you out for that glass of champagne? And your friend, too, naturally.
No, thank you.
Another time, thank you.
Certainly. In that case, au revoir. Goodbye, Lieutenant.
Hey, Hollister, leave us alone a second, will you? Cagney, I want this guy. I am putting the whole squad on it. He is not going to make us look like a bunch of monkeys. He is on our turf, and this time he is not walking out of here with full pockets. Do you hear me?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Yeah, so what are you standing around here for? Follow him.
Yes.
Interesting date so far. Where are we going now?
Oh, Stephen, I'm so sorry. I've got to follow him. Do you mind terribly grabbing a cab?
Oh, come on, let me go with you. This is going to be fun.
Well, you can't go with me on a tail. It's...
Oh, it just occurred to me, my dear, that you might want to follow me. Seeing that the hour is so late, I thought I'd save you a lot of bother. I'm at the Fairbanks Tower, Suite 34A. And good night again.
That guy's some piece of work.
I hope you enjoy the wine. And please keep the pin. It's perfectly all right. The statute of limitations ran out years ago.
Here's another one of them.
Known associate.
He was part of the Saucon Valley job, a driver.
I'll add him to the list.
We disturbing you?
I'm rereading his book.
You think you're going to trip him up by reading his book?
Well, legwork isn't going to catch Albert Grand. We did that last time, remember?
Oh, by the way, I've run down 5 of the fences he's used in the past.
Tell me good news.
3 in jail, 1 in Switzerland, and 1's become a born-again Christian.
Maybe we should try prayer.
Excuse me, everyone. Miss LaChocolate here is looking for Detective Isbecki.
Is there something the matter, Mr. Chocolate?
Well, I've been trying to reach Victor since Monday, and his phone doesn't answer, and he's not in his apartment.
Oh.
Well, I'm awfully worried. Did something happen to him?
Victor? To Victor?
Yeah, was he wounded in action? I mean, if there's something that I should know,
Mr.
could you...
Chocolate, please sit down. As far as we know, Victor is...
Undercover. He's working undercover. Yeah.
You mean he's okay?
It's a very sensitive operation. We don't even know where he is. It's top secret.
Oh. Thank God. I'm sorry, I just... Victor being a cop and all, you get worried.
Of course. As soon as he's finished with his assignment, I'm sure Victor will be in touch.
Thank you.
Take it slow.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You lie to that woman like that.
What are partners for?
I'll kill him.
Why is this Becky telling everybody he's going to the Bahamas with Bon Bon?
I have no idea, Christine. What'd you do with that brooch that Albert Grand gave you?
Part of the loot from the Monte Carlo casino job in '55. It's being returned to the estate.
Why doesn't he just buy you something?
Because he's Albert Grand.
We got another jewelry job.
Where, sir?
Offices of the Van der Voors Company.
South African diamond mines?
Yeah, I just hope that we didn't do this one, too.
Can you arrange to keep this out of the newspapers? It's most important. The 2 officers outside were not helpful.
Another thing that might be helpful is if we figure out who did it. Am I right, sir?
Yes, of course.
They really kind of messed up your place, didn't they, Mr. Herman?
There's very little of value left out here. List. Here's a list of the missing items. Fortunately, the only good piece in the office was in my private safe.
We'd like to take a look at that safe if you don't mind. Even if you do mind, I'd like to.
Of course, that's right. You see, that tiara is worth about $350,000 American. I only had it out to show a buyer.
Security telephone, right?
Yes.
It's a handy place for him. So as far as you could tell this morning, this safe had not been tampered with.
That is correct.
And all of the damage and trashing was outside.
Yes.
What time did you arrive to work this
Mary
morning?
Beth?
What?
Diamonds Are Forever by Ian Fleming. New York Public Library, main branch. Does this belong to you?
Certainly not. I don't know where that came from.
Albert Grand left it.
Cameras didn't record, no alarms were tripped. Sensors under the carpets didn't register.
Peculiar, sir. All that was taken was a couple $100 worth of display merchandise.
Well, why take all that trouble and then not take the diamond tiara?
Cagney thinks it's a calling card. Like the book, which she's running down now.
Well, how many calling cards does he think we need? We know he's here already.
I don't know, sir.
The library card is no help. The address is a post office box number under the name of Arsène Lupin.
That's Albert Grant, all right.
What, I missed something here? What?
Arsène Lupin, gentleman burglar, super sleuth, creation of the French writer Maurice Leblanc.
Must be this man's type of humor.
All right, so where's the list of his movements?
Under your right hand, sir.
All right, so we know he is staying in a luxury suite at the Fairbanks Tower. Got a haircut and a manicure, then he went to Tiffany's. Sorry, forget it. He was only there 5 minutes. Then he went to a doctor's office on Park.
What kind of doctor?
I looked him up. General internal medicine.
But did you talk to him?
I tried to, sir. He cited doctor-patient confidentiality. We'd have to have a court order if we could ever get one. But maybe it was just a regular checkup. You know, the man is over 70 years old.
Yeah, okay. But then he goes to Bloomingdale's.
Uh-oh.
That's right, because that is where we apparently lost him. Until he returns to Fairbanks Towers in a horse-drawn Hanson cab, no less.
In that time, he could have been anywhere, seen anybody.
You want to know what I think?
Yes, sir.
I am sick and tired of being one step behind this guy. We got a 24-hour watch on him, unless he doesn't want us to, in which case he simply goes to Bloomingdale's and he gives us the slip just like that, huh? This guy is laughing at us. I think I'm gonna call Nelman and ask for more men.
No! It wouldn't be of any help.
No, so go on out there and find something that does help.
Yes, sir.
My dear Christine, I'm so glad you could come.
Well, it was so kind of you to invite me. And so very clever. 2,000 hours, 8 strokes on the clock, due date.
I knew you could put it together. You're a very talented lady, my girl. Champagne?
Of course, thank you. Flo. I'm afraid I didn't dress for the occasion.
No, it's very smart. I like your colors. Would you like them to play something else?
Oh, not at all. It's lovely.
It's Beethoven. Razumovsky, Opus 59, number 1, the Adagio. I must confess, I'm a bit disappointed. I heard from a friend of mine that you'd sent the pin back to France. I hope it wasn't because you didn't like it.
Oh, not at all. On the contrary. It's just a little idiosyncrasy of mine. I had to return it because it was stolen.
Such a long time ago. And the insurance company paid up promptly. So you see,
It's the way of the world. Nobody got hurt a bit.
Except, of course, for the insurance company.
But, my dear, that's what they're there for.
You know, you think I see you as some modern-day Robin Hood. The problem is that Robin Hood stole from the rich and gave to the poor. You, on the other hand, steal from everybody and you keep everything.
I do not steal from everybody. I have certain standards.
That was you in Cairo, wasn't it?
Christine, you're so good at this police business. The best I've ever come across. I think if you had chosen my way of life, you would have done rather well, wouldn't you?
Why are you doing this? I mean, if you're up to something, which you obviously are, why do you alert us like this? Why don't you just strike and disappear without a trace?
I suppose it's not unlike the concept of knight's odds in chess.
I'm afraid I'm not a chess player.
But you are, my dear, you are. You're one of the best ones I've ever played with.
Oh. I brought this back. You might want to return it. You certainly wouldn't want an overdue library book on your record.
Arsène Lupin.
I brought your book, too. I thought maybe you'd sign it for me.
I'd be delighted to.
I enjoyed it very much.
It's a little outdated, although chapter 11 holds up rather well, I believe.
Thank you for the inscription. And you're under arrest.
Oh, dear. I agree the writing is atrocious, but I didn't think it was criminal.
I'm placing you under arrest for breaking and entering. These are hardly business hours for the public library. You rented the public library?
I only rented this one room.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
A mere trifle. Easily arranged. Now, Christine, I want to give you something. I mean, something you felt you could keep.
Albert, why don't you just buy me something?
What a quaint idea.
Morning, Sergeant.
Morning, Lacey. Someone waiting to see you in the interview room.
It's not Mrs. Valenti about her toaster oven, is it?
It's worse.
Thanks.
He's not undercover, is he? Oh, Victor always says that you're the straight shooter in the precinct. I mean, you would never lie. They made up that story, didn't they?
Mr. Chocolat, I don't know where Victor is, but I'm sure there's a good reason that he didn't tell you.
Well, is it someone he works with?
Huh?
It's the blonde, right?
Believe me, Mr. Chocolat, there is nothing between Victor Isbecki and my partner.
I hate him.
Sure you do.
Big, dumb, Polish cop.
Sure he is.
Ronald!
Don't get cute, Cagney. What do you want?
You're a gambler, right?
A nickel here, a dime there, so what?
What does it mean to give knights odds in a chess game?
It's a handicap, like in golf. One player starts the game with one or both of his knights off the board.
Why?
Well, it's something a master player might offer in a match if you were playing a lesser player.
A lesser player? Morning, Christine. What are you talking about?
He offered me knight's odds. He's toying with me, Mary Beth.
Knight's odds? Who?
Albert Grand. Do you know what he did? He rented a room in the public library and he hired a string quartet and then he lured me there.
When?
Last night.
Last
Well,
night?
it was all very civilized, Mary Beth. Albert Grand is nothing if not civilized. He had champagne and he had caviar and he had Beethoven. And then he did it all just to tempt me to give me knight's odds.
Christine, let me understand this now. You met Albert Grand last night in the New York City Public Library?
Right. And I've been up all night reading that damn book of his again. I know there's something in there. He let something drop about chapter 11. I was sure I could find it. Knight's odds! Me!
Christine, you're not making much sense here. Now, I want you to sit down and take a deep breath.
I don't need
Sit
to
down.
breathe.
In and out. Slow. Okay. Start again.
Chapter 11 talks about the best capers are like magic tricks, where the eye is sent over here when the real trick's happening over there. Or more likely, the trick's already happened before we even have a chance to know where to look.
You mean the rabbit's already in the hat?
Right.
I love magic tricks. You know, Harv had an uncle who used to do magic tricks. He'd make eggs come out of his mouth and he'd find quarters in your ears. It was great. Well, it wasn't Doug Henning.
Mary Beth,
What?
you just gave me an idea. You did. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'm coming.
Lieutenant? Oh, good morning, Petrie. I want to tell you, these gizmos are really something. A minute and 40 seconds, and you get hot waffles and sausages.
Claudia's parents gave us one last Christmas. Makes things a lot easier with Lauren. Lieutenant, I'm worried about his Becky.
Is Becky what for? Isn't he down in the Bahamas with the stripper, what's her name?
Bon Bon. Well, that's what he told everyone. But thing is, she showed up here yesterday looking for her.
Oh, yeah, you think maybe he's got a little something new going on?
I don't know, sir.
Well, anyway, Petrie, his personal life's his own business, right?
Yes, sir. I don't think he's in the Bahamas, Lieutenant. I think he's in the hospital.
Hospital?
I found this in his inbox.
Authorization for medical insurance payment for hospitalization. He didn't say something to you about a medical problem, did he?
Tried calling his apartment. I called his mother. Of course, I didn't want to say anything to worry her.
Hospital? But why would he make up a story like that about the Bahamas?
I have no idea, sir.
Do you know which hospital?
Not yet, but I'd like to run a check.
Yeah, well, I guess you better do that. Let me know what you find out, will you?
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Wait, please.
Mm-hmm. Well, that just went one moment. Thank you.
Please, that is really quite sensitive.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Sure it is.
With the sheet. I wish you would not fiddle with it.
Mr. Harmon, just give us a second to work here, all right?
Hello.
What is that?
That's an electronic eavesdropping device. It's a bug, sir.
I got shipment.
What shipment?
I discussed the arrangements for the couriers of the next shipment of raw diamonds from South Africa on that phone. It's too late to change them. The shipment is due in today.
Well, how much?
6.5 million. But they are raw diamonds, you see.
Well, see what, sir?
Finished gems have identifying traits, flaws, characteristics like fingerprints, but rough diamonds. That is why the secrecy, the couriers, are totally untraceable.
Yeah, when is the shipment due today?
4:30.
Where?
Kennedy, Gate 36, Trans-Allied Airline.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Try not to worry, sir.
First time this chess game, I got one step ahead. And this time I'm gonna get him.
Wait a minute, you're talking about a $6.5 million gamble here?
But, Lieutenant, I know I can nail him. I know I can this time. He as much as said so.
Grand told you what?
Well, he said that he wanted to give me something that I could not prove had been stolen. Like, uncut diamonds.
That's it. It's a hell of a chance that you want to take here, Cagney.
I know, Lieutenant. That's why I was hoping maybe you would call Deputy Inspector Nellman and he could talk to the Vanderbilt people and then they'd go along with it.
If we could have Leibowitz and Cross to go with us, you know, in case we have to front tail them, sir.
Lacey, would you mind, I want to talk to Cagney for a moment, please.
Certainly, sir.
You got your head screwed on right.
I have very strong feelings about this one, Lieutenant.
Do you remember what he did last time?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Well, I don't want to see that happening to you again.
But I lost my cool then. It's different now.
Different, huh? How do you know you're not playing right into this man's hands? He is the best in the world, Cagney. He's a master.
I know that, but this time he's given me a leg up. Now, I don't know why he has, but I know I'm going to nail him. And I'm asking you to give me a shot at it.
The room you'll be in is behind that two-way mirror over there. You can use walkie-talkies in there. It's been done before.
What's the signal?
Whoever gets the courier will take off his uniform cap, inspect the flash, and then put it back on.
Flash.
The insignia.
Oh, I got you.
Right this way. Flight's on its final approach.
Thank you.
Room 1409? Oh, thank you. Would you connect me, please? Victor? Boy. Victor? Victor. Victor, don't try disguising your voice. I know it's you. Yes. Victor, what are you doing in the hospital? Yet, Victor, yes, I do want to know. Listen to me, I have just spent hours trying to track you down, Victor. Yes, I did. Hang on one second. Sergeant? The insurance. Yeah, the insurance firm. Uh-huh. Look, Bon was in here yesterday. Yeah, I told her you were undercover. Well, you'll think of something. Victor, would you please tell me why you're in the hospital? Well, no, I'm not going to laugh, Victor. I'm not going to... Victor, I won't laugh. I promise. Oh, you're kidding. Well, Victor, why did you have to go through this whole charade just because of a simple operation? Oh, no, that's nonsense. Victor, real men do have hemorrhoids.
Leibowitz, you in position?
10-4. Your attention, please. Interworld Airways flight number 126 from San Francisco is now arriving at gate number 13.
There he is.
Attention, please.
Okay, we have a courier. He's a male Caucasian, tall, maybe 6'4". He's got beard and glasses, gray coat, and he's got a brown flight bag. You got him?
Got him. Dr. Bert Finley, pick up a white courtesy telephone. Dr.
Wait a
Bert
minute.
Finley.
Two couriers?
Pick up a white courtesy telephone.
So we'll follow them both.
Okay, we have a second courier. You stay on the tall guy. We got a young woman in a yellow slicker gray scarf.
10-4.
Oh, no. Mary Beth, you follow the fat one. You have Leibowitz follow the girl and Cross to take the tall guy.
What about you?
Mary Beth, I just realized what he was talking about in chapter 11 all that time, about the rabbit being in the hat already. It's exactly what you said.
What?
About the trick having been over before it even began.
Christine!
Just follow him.
Cross, you stay with the tall guy. Leibowitz, you take the girl. I'm on a fat man with a fur hat. We got 3 of them.
I should never have taken my nights off the board for you, my dear.
Why, Albert? Why all those calling cards and the night's odds? Why this whole game?
I decided to have some fun. And what could be more fun than matching wits with the best detective I've ever known? It's an old man's foolish conceit.
You used the security telephone to change the flight that the diamonds came in on, didn't you?
My Afrikaans is a trifle rusty, but it suffices.
The doctor that you visited, we were told that he was just a general internist.
Oh, he is. But he's also one of the finest thoracic men in the country. It's a delaying action at best.
So you knew all along?
The knowledge that I would never live long enough to face jail gave me a certain freedom.
The valises?
It's a gesture. The last move of the king before checkmate. I haven't even got enough strength to get dressed. Say something to you which I've never said to any police officer on 5 continents. I confess.
This is ridiculous. You're a thief.
Think of me as an artist, if you can.
I do.
And an admirer. So glad that I've known you. I suppose you won't keep these diamonds now that I've confessed. So, please, to remember me by. Please.
It's beautiful, Albert.
But I bought it.
You bought it? It's a subpoena for the prosecution. They're bringing Sarah Jones to trial for murder.
She killed a man.
And all the rapes with that MO stopped.
A vigilante is a vigilante, whether you're in the Klan or on the force.
Oh, get off it. She's the department's scapegoat. They're only trying her because she's a cop.
You figured it wrong, that's all.
As Sarah Jones is concerned, you weren't even there.
What if that slime had done that to you?
He was guilty, Lieutenant. Everybody knew it.
Well, that still didn't give her the right to execute him.
Murder, too, is what they're going to pin on me. Chris, that's not fair.
You are not responsible for Sarah Jones.
Yeah, and this time, Esposito, no banana chips and no dried papaya. Even an orangutan couldn't digest that stuff.
It's about nutrition, but suit yourself, it's your colon. Tonight for you, it's gonna be cheeseroos and jelly beans.
And how about some bagel chips? Incidentally, since you're already skimming 5% off every pot, how about a new deck of cards?
Oh, get out of town. 5% hardly covers my overhead.
Right.
For a change of pace, how about a deck without nudes? It makes it very hard to concentrate.
What, am I partnered with a Philistine now?
You know what I'm partnered with, man?
Those nudes are reproductions of world-famous art.
His cleanest face happens to be in the Vice mug book.
It's a bizarre coincidence. Oh, hey, Marcus, are you in tonight or what?
No, I'm going to be Santa at Lauren's nursery school.
Oh, how nice. I always play one of the wise guys.
Wise men.
It depends on your neighborhood. Hey, Mary Beth. Tonight is the Yuletide poker tourney upstairs at Casa Manny's, and I was wondering if you and Cagney want to join us.
I'll ask her, Esposito, but I have to pick up books for a course I'm taking.
You're trying to get a jump on the sergeant's test, Lacey?
No, Sergeant Coleman. Shakespeare. It's a literature course at Queen's College.
Zu sein or nicht zu sein, das ist die Frage. Hamlet. Had the lead in a Yiddish production when I was in high school. I was a smash.
Lacey, you and Cagney are up. Now, where is she? I want to talk to her.
Good morning, sir. The traffic is murder, sir. All the Christmas shoppers and all should be along any minute now, sir.
What do you think? I live on top of this place. How come I can be here on time?
Well, practice makes perfect, they say, sir.
Can the wisecracks, will you, Lacey? There's a late-night grocery over on 8th Avenue got hit last night. And the setup guy impersonates a detective. Here's a statement the uniforms took. You tell Cagney I want to see her as soon as she comes in.
Certainly, sir. Perfect timing, Christine. We have a 10:20 over on 8th, and the lieutenant wants to see you in his office right away.
It's a subpoena for the prosecution. They're bringing Sarah Jones to trial for murder.
Yeah, I know. Noman called.
What in the hell happened? The last I heard, the DA was going to plead her out on psychiatric grounds.
Well, now the brass is afraid to plea bargain, Jones. It could look like a cover-up.
There's nothing to cover up. She killed a rapist in self-defense.
A suspected rapist. Brown was never convicted. He wasn't even charged.
He was guilty, Lieutenant. Everybody knew it.
Still didn't give her the right to execute him.
He broke into her apartment, came through the window while she was in bed.
You swear to that in court? I couldn't. On the other hand, we do know that she set him up. Look, Cagney, no matter how you and I feel about this, this is the DA's decision.
She was working with me, Lieutenant. It was my case. I want to talk to the DA.
No, Noman does not want you to do that. But with this Glen Pack scandal going on right now, the department hasn't looked too good in the press. People starting to think that we think we're above the law.
Oh, I see. Because some cops were dirty and were never charged. Well, we're just going to throw a show trial starring Sarah Jones.
It's not that simple.
I think it is, Lieutenant. I don't care what Noman says. I'm going to the DA.
Not on my time, you're not. Now, you listen to me, Cagney, and you listen good. You got an appointment tomorrow at 2 o'clock with the prosecutor on this case, and I want you to be there. In the meantime, I want you to check the beef that I gave Lacey, and you get on it right now.
It stinks. You want me to go on the stand against Sarah? I'm going to be the most hostile witness they've ever seen.
DA's case doesn't hang on your testimony, Christine.
What case? She's the department's scapegoat. They're only trying her because she's a cop.
I wasn't there, but the way I understand it, she set a trap. She got William Brown to follow her, then she killed him.
Mary Beth, they found the body halfway to the bed. According to Sarah's statement, she left the gun under the pillow until the guy refused to back off. And you call that premeditated murder?
Because Sarah Jones says it wasn't?
Sarah set herself up as bait to trap Brown. If she wanted to get away with murder, she could have planted a gun on him. Too bad she didn't. She'd probably still be in uniform today.
Now, there's a thought. This is our market.
Oh, sorry. The first guy, Mr. Simpson, the one with the detective's badge, what did he say to you?
They've got a tip that we're going to be robbed. Let it happen, he says. We got the store covered.
And when did the second perpetrator come in, sir?
It was hours later, about 9:30. I'd almost forgotten, and there he was. Young white guy with purple hair and a big gun.
What kind of hair?
Right. purple. I gave $700 to a guy with purple hair, watched him leave, then waited like a fool for some phony cop to bring me my money back.
Well, so don't feel embarrassed. Professional crooks run scams like this on people all the time.
I'm not even sure that gun was real, but I got a real baseball bat behind that counter.
No, Mr. Simpson, you did the right thing. You never want to resist a man with a gun.
That's easy to say. Bottom line is, right now, some freak with purple hair is out there partying down with my money.
Oh, baby. That new shower head, that is something else. Those little pulsating jets, it's really wonderful.
Harv, look. The notes in the margins, they're all in French.
French. That's terrific. You spend $60 for used school books and you can't even read the graffiti in them.
Oh, I think it's romantic, Harvey. You know, some French student that loves Shakespeare used this book, and now I'm going to use it.
Probably says, I wonder what this guy is writing about.
Oh. Okay, what do you think, Harvey? A dress or a skirt and sweater? Unless I would look too much like a college girl.
Come on, you're not going undercover, babe.
1,000 years since I was in a classroom.
Believe me, nobody will know.
Harvey, maybe this is not the right time to start back.
What?
Commuting home takes longer. Alice sees me less.
Oh, come on, baby. It's one night a week. You won't be doing this the rest of your life.
It's still okay with you?
Sure, I like college girls.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Sure, I'm sure. Hey, I know how much you want to learn something new. Who knows, maybe some of it'll rub off.
Yeah. Well, I'll do my part.
Well, that's a squadron. Now I'm going to have one of my detectives over here show you the booking area. Okay, Zach? Sir. You please show our guests in the booking area. Show them around the whole
So
place.
how'd you do last night, Sergeant?
I'm wearing everything I didn't lose.
Yeah, who was the big winner?
Don't ask.
Oh, come on, don't be a crybaby. I told you I'd front you enough money to get you to
Make
pay
sure you charge them the same rate I'm paying.
How'd we do?
About as well as you did last night.
Yeah, well, he deals seconds or he palms them. Or he marks the deck. I don't know what he does yet, but he cheats.
Christine. He's an officer of the law.
Yeah.
Basil ran the list of police impersonators against the list of grocery robbers.
Anything?
Nothing that would connect them. What about Kesselman over in Bronx Bunko?
Now, you see, two great deductive minds thinking as one. I already called him.
Good.
Are you on too, Cagney?
Thanks. Cagney.
The phony detective and his partner hit another grocery last night on 7th Avenue.
The night shift handle it?
No, the guy's wife didn't call in until this morning. Guy was apparently too embarrassed because he got caught in a scam.
We'll get right on it, sir.
No rush.
Tell Sarah,
Don't open up till noon.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
And don't you forget, you got an appointment downtown.
2 o'clock, the prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
I made a note in my memo book in red ink, Lieutenant. So where are we going?
7th Avenue near 30th, but not till noon.
Oh, good. There was Sarah Jones' attorney. He's over at her place, wanted to come by for a minute, and now we have time.
You say why?
Yeah, talk about my testimony. I may have to appear for the prosecution, but I'm damn well going to testify on behalf of the defense. Ready?
You were on pregnancy leave when I was working with Chris. Did you have a boy or a girl?
A girl. Alice Christine.
That's so sweet, naming her after your partner. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for the interruption.
It's all right.
Okay. So, do you understand why Sarah's not pleading self-defense?
I'm not sure.
The DA will try to prove that I deliberately lured Brown to that apartment to kill him in cold blood.
Yeah. They're going hard for second-degree murder. And because Sarah was on suspension at the time of the killing, they stand a good chance of getting it.
So you're hoping for manslaughter?
Oh, no. I'm going for an acquittal based on the extreme emotional stress Sarah was under at the time.
That's called an affirmative defense.
Yeah, but don't you have to prove a direct connection between Sarah and Brown?
Or an extreme emotional stress or a trauma between the two that could trigger the killing.
Will Sarah's history as a rape victim be enough?
That, and the fact that William Brown was the man who raped me.
Didn't you say she told you Brown was not the one?
That's right.
Why didn't you say that back then?
The union hired that lawyer to defend her. I'm not going to make her look like a liar in front of him.
Well, she's changing her story at a convenient time, Christine.
possible she didn't know what she was saying back then. Like her lawyer said, maybe the stress was tearing her apart. Excuse me, they call these sidewalks for a reason. Okay? Thank you.
Taking an awful lot on faith there, Chris.
I said it was possible, Mary Beth. Hey, maybe she was a victim who went out after the man who raped her.
So she says. The woman is charged with murder, too. When a person's looking at that kind of time, they say almost anything. Why didn't she tell you before?
Because she's a smart cop. She knows I'm not going to put her on an assignment where she's emotionally involved.
Well, I'd say she was emotionally involved.
Well, hindsight is 20/20, Mary Beth.
She killed a man.
And all the rapes with that M.O. stopped, didn't they? He was a vicious bastard. Charlie'd call it a public service homicide.
Is that the way you want to look at it?
Sounds fair to me.
If Sarah Jones lied to you before, how do you know she's not lying now?
Sundries.
Beg your pardon?
Irwin says that I should go into sundries. Sundries are safe, he tells me. But no, I gotta stick with fruits and with noodles.
Getting back, Mr. Jacobs, you said that the man who showed you the badge ID'd himself as a detective.
Yeah, and then he tells me that I'm gonna get robbed. So, what else is new? 9 times already I've been hit. I don't know, maybe Irwin is right.
Sir, can you describe this man?
Louis, you cushioneer, you? You're standing in front of my tomatoes. They're my loss leader for today. Will you let the customers see them, please, huh? I don't know, this guy, he kind of reminded me of a detective on TV.
That narrows it down.
Yeah.
And which detective would that be, sir?
Let's see, you know this guy who's always sucking on a lollipop?
Kojak.
Yeah.
So the man was bald?
No. Had a full head of hair. Tall, thin, like a beanpole. But like I said, he was sucking on a lollipop. Joey, you bum. I said in the window. Please, you'll wait a minute, huh? I gotta go commit a murder. Joey, you bum. I said in the window.
2 hits in 2 days. I can't believe people are falling for a scam this old.
What do you think? Vince Ferrelli, maybe?
He's still doing time in Attica.
Okay. So we put the word out, all the grocers in the area.
Be on the lookout for a hairy, skinny Kojak. Listen, when we're through here, do you want to go back and get started on this? Before I see the DA, I want to talk to Sarah's ex-partner. I got to get some stuff clear, all right?
Fine. But I'm not working late, Christine. I got my first class tonight.
That's fine. So we'll have the night shift finish calling the stores.
I want to be there early, get a seat in the front row, kind of like the early bird getting the worm.
Mary Beth, it's all right.
Although after all these years, I'd be happy with a bee. Bumblebee, worm. Joke?
Not even close. Listen, Mr. Jacobs, could we move it along, please?
All right, keep the area clear. Come on, let's go. Keep the area clear.
What else can you tell me about Sarah Jones,
All right,
please?
come on, keep it
2 years ago,
moving.
Sarah took a leave of absence. Now, did you notice that she was different when she came back?
You mean, did she have a sudden interest in certain types of cases?
Did she?
Jumped on every rape call that came over the radio.
Was there a specific type of rape, a specific M.O. that she was interested in?
Yes, it was. The same as the rape that she ended up shooting.
Well, what did you think of that at the time?
Oh, I get it. You think I should have let someone know? You were her boss. Why didn't you notice it?
You didn't answer my question, officer.
I just figured she wanted the collars. Ambitious lady. You know the type.
Maybe she was looking for someone. Sarah claims that the man she shot was the same man who raped her.
She told you that? What if that slime had done that to you, and he was still walking the streets?
You exaggerate. I did not say it like that. Would you like wine?
Is that an offer or a threat? Come on, Chris. That is how you see it.
Sarah Jones is innocent.
I didn't say
A
that she was...
victim of the department's relentless pursuit of a clean
She is
image.
a victim.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
That's exactly what the DA said. You should have heard him today. He was after blood.
She didn't trust the justice system. She decided to take care of Brown on her own.
Well, life sure is simple from Mount Olympus, isn't it? Maybe you can get us road maps so we can all find our way up there.
Chris, a vigilante is a vigilante, whether you're in the Klan or on the force.
Oh, get off it, David. For an ACLU lawyer, you should sound like a DA.
Now, there is no need to get nasty.
Sarah Jones was a good cop. And she's not some survivalist who goes around blowing people away on the IRT. She went through hell and she made a mistake.
And it's not your fault. You have any ginger?
I thought I was making this dinner.
What's wrong with together?
Nothing. Here. It's not fair, David. The DA wants to nail her for murder, and she does not deserve it.
I wish I could be as sure as you are.
Don't put too much in.
I won't.
That's what you always say, but you always do. Sorry.
How about we skip dinner and we go straight for dessert? I mean, I've been away for a long time. And I missed you.
Yeah? How much?
Skip dessert, and I'll show you.
I thought you were hungry.
I am.
Sex.
Right, but more than sex, this play is about love. Shakespeare had quite a bit to say on the subject. So let's begin with line 231 of Helena's speech. The woman in the blue sweater up front, why don't you start?
You mean me? Ma'am?
Yes, and you are?
Mrs. Lacey. Mary Beth Lacey. Mrs.
All right, Mrs. Lacey, why don't you read the first 4 lines?
Out loud? Mm-hmm. Oh, I couldn't do that. I mean, I know that we were supposed to read the whole play, but I only got my book last night. And all I had time for during my lunch hour was the first act. But it was very interesting.
Well, you're way ahead of the game. Helena's speech is in the first scene.
Oh.
While you look, how about the gentleman over here on second from the end? Would you please begin?
Starting with things base and vile.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
All right, Mrs. Lacey, go ahead.
Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind.
Very good. Now, what do you think that means?
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Ma'am, Professor, this is my first class in nearly 20 years.
Take your time, Mrs. Lacey. I just want to know what you think.
What I think? Well, I think Shakespeare was talking about people in love.
And what was he saying about love?
Oh, well, that sometimes when you're in love, you don't see everything. That's why Cupid is blind. Of course, personally, I have never seen a blind Cupid before.
Go on.
On?
Well, is this Cupid blind to anything in particular?
Oh, well, I think he was blind to a person's faults. I mean, like my husband Harvey's cousin Maureen when she was going this vacuum cleaner salesman, and he was playing the horses all the time. Everybody knew it, but Maureen didn't want to see it.
Hear this.
That's probably wrong, huh?
No, Mrs. Lacey, that is exactly right.
So then I said, blind to the other person's faults. And Professor Boucher, looks like Boucher, but it's pronounced Boucher, like the French say. She said, I had a real, what was that word? Aptitude. That's it. Aptitude. Is that something?
Sounds like a setup for doing more work.
Next week, we're going to read Macbeth.
Yeah, we read that in class. Definitely R-rated for violence.
Professor Boucher says it is the greatest tragedy in English literature.
I saw the movie. I wasn't that impressed.
It's William Shakespeare, Harvey.
Yeah, I'll take Neil Simon any day.
Professor Boucher says we get extra credit if we go see the Royal Shakespeare Company. It's Thursday night. You want to go with me?
Now, wait a minute, babe. That's the night we're supposed to go see Artie LaMotta in the bowling runoffs.
It's Derek Jacobi, Harvey. One of the greatest Shakespearean actors in the world.
And this is Artie LaMotta, the best bowler in Queens.
Well, you don't want to miss that, then. But I don't think that Artie's going to care if I show up or not.
Wait till you see The Witches, Mom. Very Stephen King.
Hey, come on, Mary Beth. You know how much Fran and the other wives love having you there.
Harvey, Professor Boucher says that this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, if Professor Boucher said it, I guess that's that.
Harv?
Don't worry, babe. I'll have Mom watch Alice. I will take the boys with me. You are covered, babe.
There you go, Coleman. Congratulate.
All right, you get lucky with Miss Kitty or what?
Oh, Mary Frances Mahoney's about to become the new Mrs. Manuel Esposito.
Well, my condolences to Miss Mahoney.
Yeah, thanks. Here you go, Marcus. One for the wife and kid.
I didn't know you two were serious.
Yeah, she's my main squeeze. She is my reason for living.
You never mentioned her before yesterday.
You just met her last week.
Well, I've known her husband for years.
So if anybody fitting that description comes in, Mr. Moskowitz, you call us immediately. Detective Lacey, 14th Precinct.
Red for the brunette, huh? And blue for the blonde.
It's not my style, Esposito.
Even if I'm not here,
Live a
there's
little
always
bit.
a
I'm getting
detective on
married
his
here.
phone. Yes.
You're cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Third time's a charm, eh?
Yeah,
You're
well,
welcome, Mr.
I'm gonna
Moskowitz.
keep on going till I get it right. You know what I mean?
Hey, congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Mary
Thank
Beth.
you.
Cagney. Yes, that's right. What's your address, please? Uh-huh. Yes. No, we'll be there. Yes, we'll be there. Thank you. Pater, the White Line Market, 484 8th Avenue. Huh?
Great. Thanks for picking up. You want yours?
Oh. Harvey likes the French can look, eh? Oh, hey, Mary Beth, you got the legs to show him off.
This is true.
Yes, Cagney. Hi, Sarah. No, I can't tonight. I'm working. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tomorrow would be fine. Okay, Sarah, I'll talk to you then. Bye.
Did I say anything?
Didn't have to.
Okay. Reindeer with the red nose or angel with the broken wing?
Cookied out.
Me too.
Take the rest of these home to the boys.
Remember how you used to feel the first day of school? All excited, butterflies doing swan dives in your stomach. Like something big is about to happen, but you don't know what it is.
I used to feel that way about men.
We've been here 3 hours, Steve.
Maybe they're taking a late movie on the way.
Car 21, come in, please.
Car 21, Cagney.
Howie's Market, 39th and 7th. Just got a call from your perp. Expects to be hit momentarily.
Sounds like they decided to take it farther north.
Dispatch another unit. We're sitting tight.
We're 9 blocks away. Let's take it.
I bet the guy told the store owner that the burglary was going down here tonight.
Well, maybe they got wise that we were moving in.
And maybe the Tooth Fairy really does live at the South Pole.
You want this collar or not?
1, they don't call, they do it in person. 2, the bogus cop sets it up in the afternoon.
3, they could have changed their MO.
And I'm telling you, they're just trying to draw us off.
While we are sitting here arguing, the deal could be going down, Sergeant.
We're not moving.
Yes, sir.
So they never showed.
No, sir, not in either place.
I talked to the owner at our stakeout, and there's no question that they contacted him.
You think it's worth another shot?
Absolutely. Carras and Esposito are going to watch the other store.
I was speaking with Detective Lacey.
The sergeant thinks it is, sir?
Well, if I'm going to pull another team off the chart, she better be right.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Cagney,
Yes, Lieutenant?
I want to talk to you a minute.
Yes.
I got a call from the DA's office. Apparently you're acting like a hostile witness in the Sarah Jones case.
That's right.
Well, maybe you want to tell me why? When this department's got a history of cooperating with the DA's office, not undermining his cases?
Sarah Jones' attorney asked me to testify for the defense, and I think the woman deserves some support.
You think that you're the only one here who feels some responsibility for this situation?
I never said that I felt responsible.
Bottom line is, Cagney, that we got smart too late about Sarah Jones. Look, you're working on a job a lot of years. It's possible to make a mistake sometimes. All right, Cagney. You testify in her behalf, but don't you be too tough on a DA, because you will not be helping Jones. You certainly won't be helping your own career, Sergeant.
Yes, Lieutenant.
I think it's a waste of time. They're on to us, or they would have hit last night.
Stakeout is on, Mary Beth.
You going somewhere?
Yeah, I'll be back in an hour. Sorry you have to miss your Shakespeare. You want to tell me the truth now? Is Brown the man who raped you?
I told you he was.
A year ago, you told me he wasn't.
I was afraid you were going to take me off the case. I'm sorry. I should have known that I could trust you.
How do you know this is the same guy? You never even saw his face.
I heard his voice. I'll remember that voice until the day I die. I didn't mean to kill him that night, Chris. All I wanted to do was to stop him. You, of all people, should understand.
I gotta get back to work, Sarah.
Chris, wait. My attorney thinks that the reason you removed me from the case is that you knew Brown was the man who raped me.
Why does he think that?
That's what I told him. The jury has to be convinced that he wasn't just a suspect. If you don't testify to that on the stand, I don't have a chance. They've got to believe he was guilty.
Sarah,
if they don't, forget my getting off. Murder, too, is what they're going to pin on me. For getting a rapist off the streets. Chris, that's not fair. That sure as hell isn't justice. I'm depending on you.
To lie for you?
You never lied before to get a job done? To get a conviction? Look, even if I get off, do you think I'll ever be free of what he did to me? All I'm asking for is a little help.
This is Christine. I can't take your call right now, but if you leave a message, I'll get back with you.
Hey, Chrissy, it's me. Just calling to see how you're doing. Nothing much on this end. No drinking, sober as a judge.
Just a minute.
Donna is making pot roast today. Give me a ring when you get a chance.
Yeah, who is it? Hi, Tony.
Frankincense and mirth. This is the mirth part.
Oh, gosh, that's awfully sweet of you. But, Tony, I really can't. Please don't get comfortable.
Don't be a tough guy. Just want to talk for a minute.
I've got to get to work.
I want your opinion on something.
I can't. I'm late now as it is.
I knew I could count on you. See you around, Sarge.
Damn it!
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Give it a few minutes, he'll show up. Bet on it.
Well, he better hurry. The store is closing. Think we could turn the car on, get some heat going in here?
You want to draw attention to us?
There's nobody coming, Christine. My feet are frozen, so you want to do me the favor?
When the store closes.
Oh, give it up, will you? Save us both from frostbite. You figured it wrong, that's all.
And we don't know that until the store closes, and I'm not turning on the car till it does.
The last 3 days, you turned into a real hard case.
Mary
you know
Beth,
that?
get off, Beth.
I don't know if it's this Sarah Jones business or what.
Where Sarah Jones is concerned, you weren't even there, remember? And if there's a problem with her, then it is my problem.
Fine. There's no problem with Sarah Jones. So, why are you so tense?
I am not tense.
Could have fooled me.
I'm thinking about something. Is that all right with you?
Fine. I'm the one who's nuts. Sitting in a frozen Plymouth in the middle of the night. I should be watching Derek Jacobi do Shakespeare.
I told you that I was sorry.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, sweetheart. Woof. What time is it?
7 minutes past midnight.
Hey, it's good to see you. How was work?
Lousy. Sat in that stupid car all night for nothing. Which I knew was gonna happen. But Sergeant Cagney. Nice tree.
Yeah, I know you liked the little one last year. So the boys and I went out after bowling and got you a little bigger one.
Smells great. You got it in plenty of time, too. You couldn't have waited for me to help choose it?
Well, you're getting pretty busy these days, Mary Beth.
You got a point here, Harvey?
Oh, what with your work and classes, maybe a couple of things happen around here without you.
I see.
Mary Beth. What's going on, Mary Beth? You want a blue spruce, maybe? What?
We always wait till Christmas Eve when they go on sale, and then we all go together and get some little orphan tree that nobody else wanted. But this year you had to go out and get one nice and early because you're mad at me or something, and you want to leave me out.
Nobody was leaving you out.
Oh yeah, who you trying to kid? That's exactly what you did.
Hey, You're the one who wanted to take classes when you already got a job that wears you out. You can't have everything, Mary Beth.
Yeah?
You're occupied with your business, fine. But the family keeps on going.
What happened to I'm behind you all the way, babe? I've been to one class, Harvey Lacey, one. And you're acting like some kind of widower.
It's not a crime for a man to miss his wife.
Who is it?
Where's Cagney? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you up?
No. I was just reading. It is late, though. Anything wrong?
No, not really. I've just been thinking about what she said today. Do you have anything to drink around here?
Some gin.
No scotch, huh? Have any beer?
Just gin.
Gin's fine.
Tonic?
No, just ice things. Impressionist painters, I have this same book.
There's some beautiful work in there.
Actually, I just used mine to cover up a couple of cigarette burns on the coffee table.
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
So, what's up?
Don't you have me anything to drink?
No.
Sarah, I'm not going to do it.
I thought you were my friend.
I am. But I'm not going to lie for you.
I'm facing 20 years.
You're asking me to perjure myself.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Big freaking deal.
Well, yeah, it is.
It's timing, Chris, that's all. I should have told you Brown was the guy who raped me months ago. I was confused and scared. If I had killed him when he first attacked me, there wouldn't even be a trial. See? That's timing, Chris. Not lies. Timing. Do you know what that creep did to me? Nobody cares about that.
I do. Very much.
Then do this one thing for me. One thing.
Sarah, you have been through a nightmare. And you need help.
Oh, you're not going to throw the therapy bone, too, are you? We couldn't get Brown, remember? Well, I got him.
Sarah.
Look, I'll just get on that stand and I'll say I told you. How's that? Your word against mine.
Fine. You do whatever you have to do. But lying isn't the answer. You need help, and you can get it if you tell the truth.
Well, if that's all you've got to say, you better go. I've had enough platitudes to last me a lifetime.
How'd it go in court? Guilty of manslaughter. She probably ended up doing a couple of years.
The jury didn't believe her defense.
Nope.
Did you?
note.
These phony cops are gonna hit again, Christina. We'll get them.
Trying to make nice here, Mary Beth?
Yeah, I suppose.
Look, I guess I have been a hard case lately.
No, I was way out of line on that one.
Well, it's forgotten.
No, I've been a hard case, Chris. Yeah, we're partners in a different way, and you're the boss now. It's hard for me sometimes.
We're partners first.
No, Christine. You got the rank now. You earned it. I'm telling you that I accept it, all right?
All right.
But even sergeants make mistakes, Christine.
I knew it.
It's not always easy to read people. Chris, you are not responsible for Sarah Jones. I think you should let yourself off the hook a little. That's all.
Oh, wait a minute. You have any plans for your lunch hour? You have a play, something you're supposed to read?
No.
Oh, Bloomingdale's was having a lingerie sale. What do you say you and I go spend some money together? And not talk about work.
Yes, sir.
Detective?
Sergeant? Hi.
My stereo turned up too loud?
I'm sorry about last night.
So am I.
Tony, I said I was sorry. I had a lot on my mind.
So did I.
Yeah. Well, I have pesto sauce cooking and fresh pasta boiling. Come on, there's no point to eat it alone. Okay?
You're a hard woman to say no to.
Well, it's part of my charm. Good. So, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, I like the feet.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Well, we're all ears.
You like my new nightie?
To tell you the truth, it wasn't on long enough for me to see it.
You liked it.
Want to know what turned me on?
What?
Sleeping with a co-ed again.
When did you ever sleep with a Cohen?
Well, I had a life before I met you.
Who was she?
No, I can't tell you. But she's now a prominent member of Congress.
I was getting the feeling that you didn't like ladies who went to school.
Well, it scares me a little bit, that's all.
You're not scared of anything.
No, honest. Hey, you've heard all my stories 100 times. Only thing else I got to talk about a sewer contract is something I heard at a bar.
That's not true. You're the smartest man I know. I'm trying to catch up with you, that's all.
Cut it out, Mary Beth.
No, it's the truth.
Well, I do keep up on current events.
Yes, you do.
And I talk a great deal about history.
Uh-huh.
And the kids. I talk a lot about the kids.
It's late, Harv.
Maybe I talk too much. Mary Beth, are you awake?